We'll take plenty of time when we get into combat, and I'll explain all the things on those guys for you. But the first thing let's do is just do some introductions here. So you guys should be seeing your character tokens, and we'll start with Dominus. So Dominus is a tiefling warlock. Give us a little bit of background for Dominus.
So Dominus, when he was a kid, it's a classic tragic hero backstory. His parents died when he was young. It really twisted it and corrupted him, and he's been on the warlock path ever since. That's mostly what he's got. He went into the Zentarum family really young as well, so this is all he knows, and because of that, he's very awkward when it comes to talking to people and trying to get what he wants, despite his warlock background.
Got it. Okay, next character is Running Pond.
Running Pond's a tabaxi from Mastika, and he was holed up in a monastery learning until he found out that there are whole other continents out there. So he left training, and now he's exploring Faerun.
All right, and then next we have Abraxas.
Abraxas is a human fighter, unusual looking with silver gray hair from Thay, carrying two large weapons, not very talkative. Seems a bit disillusioned and distracted and grumpy.
Carrying a halberd and a maul, right?
Correct.
All right. And then next we have a Dragonborn. You might be muted if you're talking. Are you there, Nathan? I don't think I've heard you since we started, actually. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, Nathan just dropped. Here he is.
Hey, Nathan.
Maybe he's having trouble with his mic or something.
Yeah, we'll skip you and we'll come back. Just play around with your microphone settings and that stuff on Skype, and hopefully you'll get it. There's microphone settings on Skype, and there's also microphone settings in Windows that you can mess around with both. I think Skype's the main culprit usually. Okay, we'll come to the last dark cloaked figure in the party. Go ahead, Jesse.
Rennie is a ranger. He's from a far-off land. He basically dwelled on the edge of a swampland and lived there with his other siblings. His parents disappeared at a young age, so he was just brought up by hunting and so on, and fighting undead things that may have rise up out of the swamp. So that's how he lives, and that's what he fights.
Nathan, just chime in or keep trying, and at any time you can interrupt to see if your microphones are working while we go. I'll give the background and stuff for the adventure. Also, just to make sure you guys got the software settings all right, to see your tokens in the order that they're intended to be seen in, you want to go to My Settings, the gear icon on the top right, and uncheck the box that says Alphabetically Sort Token Actions. And once you do that, that'll put them in the right order. Ignore that voice and video, it's kind of old. They don't use the same voice and video anymore. Some stuff about general macros that you can put on the bottom of the screen. I have these quick reference macros, and so if we're playing and you want to know what a condition does, just holler and I can click a button and bring up all the conditions so we can see what they do. Let's see what else we got for software. Okay, that's the main stuff. Okay, then challenge rating. So I'm supposed to make, the adventure enjoyable and at the toughness level you guys want. I like to kind of put that in your hands and let you take as much challenge on as you guys want to take on. So I'll let you vote on how challenging you want to make it. At +1 step, you guys are an average party, so you'll be fighting the opponents that will be in the strong ranking if you do +1. I will say, with you all being first level, you'll have to be on your game to make sure no one goes down. And even then, someone might go down at first level. Okay. Let me grab your guys. I'm going to move you to another map. can see some of the land around Hillsfar. Okay, you should be over a map of the Moonsea region. You guys all see that?
Yes.
All right. So Hillsfar is on the southwestern edge of the Moonsea, and you guys are actually a little bit to the east of Hillsfar when this adventure starts, near a village called Tree, which is just north of the Cormanthor Forest, which is an ancient growth forest and used to be home to a great elven kingdom that's since kind of gone away. That was Mithranor. Hillsfar is at the very height of its xenophobia right now. There are laws that no one who is non-human can enter the city, except for sport in the gladiatorial arenas. And anyone who lived in the city before these laws came into effect that was non-human was forced out. And that was quite the hardship to a lot of individuals, as you can imagine, as they had to sell their properties and businesses at pennies on the dollar and go and try and make a living out in the countryside. So you all are traveling through this region. You've got a tiefling, a tabaxi, a human, a dragonborn, and another human. So the two humans could go into Hillsfar, no problem. The rest of the other three guys would be stuck out here on the outskirts. Your factions, and let's see what factions we got. So we got Dominus is Zentarum, Running Pond is Harper's, Abraxas is Emerald Enclave, Helenian is Order of the Gauntlet, and Order of the Gauntlet. Okay. So that's everyone but Lord's Alliance in the party. So the factions just want to make sure that these people are safe, and some factions, like the Zentarum, want to see what kind of profit they can make on it. And the Lord's Alliance would be the same way. So you guys find yourselves in the area, either at the behest of your factions or just as you are passing through. When you come across, or you came across, a human. Let me back up real quick. So that's the blurb for the adventure. If you guys want to buy anything before the adventure, you can definitely do that. And then the intro to the adventure. So vague and bizarre rumors brought you to Hillsfar. The rumors ranged from leprechauns showering travelers with gold to undead armies terrorizing Hillsfar farmsteads. In your travels, you found a poor, suffering human on the road. He was dirty, emaciated, and obviously mad. As the man died at your feet, his words seemed more prophecy than prattle. After some investigation, you learned that the madman's words corresponded to 5 locations in the Hillsfar area. And certainly it cannot hurt to investigate. So that's why you're traveling together. Having met that man on the road, just by chance meeting each other on the road, here's the prophecy he gave. It said, "There is a message from this land's new master, but it is hidden 5-fold. The first is at the place where dandelions rise above and cover the people. The virile and the virulent can be one and the same. The hell-tinged one is lost, and then several are found." So some research you guys did. There's a farm called the Fargo Farms where the buildings are painted like dandelions, and they therefore rise well above the people. So you're going to go check that out first. And we'll go into each of the other verses of the prophecy. You can read them yourself there. But we'll go into all the rest of them as we go to the different parts of the adventure. So the first part of the adventure finds you guys approaching the Fargo Farms. So before you do, if you want to cast any spells like Mage Armor or anything like that, go ahead and do that now. Do any of you have anything like that?
No, sir.
Nope. Okay.
Not yet.
All right.
Is there just a question? Is there a reason that Rennie has light cover all the time?
Light cover all the time.
The inspiration marker.
Oh, that's inspiration. It's because your character had no errors on it that you sent me. So you have
Okay.
inspiration.
I was just slightly confused because I was like, light cover? Why?
For item shopping, are we using the prices in the player's handbook?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. All right. So you're approaching the farmstead. I'll move you to the map. Well, I don't need a map yet. So as you're approaching the farmstead, mission 1, the birth. Fargo Farms. The farmhouse, sheds, and barns on the road ahead match the description in the madman's prophecy. Their green painted walls and yellow roofs make the buildings look like huge dandelions sprouting in the fields. You see a pair of young girls, one half-orcish and one dwarvish, carrying sloshing buckets from a stream toward one of the barns. You hear a significant amount of noise coming from inside the farmhouse, as if a crowd of angry people are all shouting at once. Every one of you can make an insight check for me real quick. So to make a check, what you do is you click on your token, which is on the map there, right in this area here. And then you want to click on the button that is your wisdom button. So for example, for Dominus, you'd click on the W12 button. Got it. And Renee, you'd be clicking on the W16 button. And Nathan, you'd be clicking on the W10 button. Alright, at least Nathan can hear us. That's good news. You can always play Nathan just by typing into the chat, and I can help out as we go until you get the microphone figured out. Alright, Dominus. Your insight tells you that this pair of young girls are pretty nervous of the two humans in your party. And they're moving along with their chores and heading towards the barns. So you have those two heading towards the barns, not stopping to make any conversation with you guys. And you hear a significant amount of noise coming from a farmhouse. So what would you guys like to do?
Can we recognize the languages being spoken in the farmhouse?
Yeah, common. Mostly all common.
Fighting, betting, just raucous tavern-like speak?
More like raucous tavern-like speak.
Thank you.
And as you listen a little bit longer to it, it sounds like it's like a big extended family trying to get a meal prepped. You hear lots of commands about go get the potatoes and you fetch water and stuff like that.
Well, the girls are not inviting us. I'm not going to invite myself.
Do we smell food?
Yeah, they're prepping food in there. It's a little ways ahead. You'd have to move forward, and then once you look inside, you'll be able to see what's in there.
How far away is it?
Maybe about 20 feet ahead of you.
I bolt.
Yeah, yeah. Running Pond's also gonna go check out the food.
All right. You guys come around the corner.
Are you guys able to hear me?
Oh, yeah. Nathan,
Yep.
is that you?
Yes.
Very well.
All right. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm currently running it on my phone as Skype is being a bit of a pain on my computer, but once I get on my computer, it should be working fine again. I'll let you guys continue what you're doing.
Awesome. Okay. The farm. So the farmhouse door is propped open, and inside more than 20 people mill about a bustling kitchen. There's at least 10 that are children of various races, none of them human. The adults, on the other hand, are all human. There's a woman of middle years who shouts above the din. In one arm, you can see she cradles an infant, and that is human. While in a second infant rests in a sling on her waist. You see 3 others in the room holding other newborn infants. And between the woman and those helping her, there's a total of 6 human infants in the room. The woman looks at your group, the ones that have come into view, and waves a wooden spoon at the room. And the whole room quiets. And the woman looks at you and addresses you. She says, "If you're here for a meal, grab some taters from the bin and peel them and we'll cook them up for you. You'll have to catch and dress your own chicken, though. But before we eat, make yourselves useful. Someone needs to go and fetch Pinroth. Ask the 2 girls outside where that boy's got off to. And if any of you have any skill in husbandry, run out to the goat barn and see if Jovi's kids are ready to pop yet. Werner, take these folk out and introduce them to Jovi. When you're done, come back for a meal." You can see Werner is a young halfling lad, short and sickly looking, even for a halfling. And he rolls his eyes and steps out of the kitchen through the door amidst your group. He looks up at you guys all heavily armed and armored and says, "Well, follow me, I guess." And he starts leading you towards the barn.
I will go with Jovi.
Okay. This is Werner, and Werner is taking you to see Jovi. So let me draw the barn for you.
And Jovi most likely is a good goat, I assume.
It should be, all right.
This seems like something I'd be suited for.
I'm gonna go ask the girls.
Where Pinroth went.
Yes.
I will go with as well to ask the girls.
Okay.
Okay. You're
So
not.
the
You're
girls-
not. Are you human?
No, I am a female bronze dragonborn.
Okay. Okay. I don't
Awesome.
have names of the voices yet.
Surprisingly, they are not scared of a big, huge bronze dragonborn. And they're heading to the same barn that Werner, the halfling lad, is taking you to. So you catch up with them as they're getting ready to enter the barn. They turn to look at you and say, what can we do for you?
Wait.
We have come. Oh, sorry.
No.
We were told that Pinroth, I believe the name was, needs to be fetched. Dinner's going to be served soon.
Oh, they look at each other, look at the humans who are far off, and you can make a persuasion check with advantage to see if they'll answer.
Alrighty. Remember, yeah.
So you click on your guy, and then click charisma. So you got a 11 on your persuasion check, which is good enough. The girls tell you that he's in the pasture over the hill there, and they point towards a low hill pretty close to the barn. And just as they are telling you that, you guys are kind of near the barn, when you hear high-pitched shrieks of fear and panic. You see goats huddling in the corners, shying away from a single goat in the center. The hideously distended belly of that goat shows the nanny is pregnant and extremely large. Even those of you who have dealt with animal births in the past have never seen anything like this. So she's in labor, having difficulty, you can tell. What would you guys like to do?
I run
I
back
would-
and fetch the farm maid. See if I can fetch the housewife.
Okay, who was that?
Yeah. Rennie would like to take off his gloves and hand them to the closest person and be like, hold these.
Okay, and go in for it.
So Telenian is now holding the glove, just like, what?
All right, let's see here. If you want to try and help, you could make a wisdom,
Animal
medicine,
handling?
or intelligence nature check. Either two. You can also do an animal handling check to try and calm her, but that won't necessarily help you get the kids out.
I'm sorry, which checks were those?
So you can do animal handling to try and calm her. So that'd be a wisdom animal handling. So whoever wants to try that, you can do that first. Anyone good at animal handling?
I mean, I'm slightly good at it. I was going more for
I could do a medicine
get ready
check.
to give birth.
Yeah. Okay. So the person who's best at animal handling could help the person doing the medicine check by calming down the goat. So if you get a high enough
Alright.
check on your animal handling, you could give advantage to the person doing the medicine check.
And Rennie was helping with that, right? You're proficient in animal handling, right? Or no?
No.
Are you proficient in medicine or nature?
Running Pond will try to
I am
calm the
proficient
animal.
in nature, but ironically, my medicine is better. My wisdom is just good.
That goat's pretty calm.
I've seen some stuff.
Running Palm uses some sort of mind trick on the goat, and the goat is nice and calm. So
First nat
um,
20.
that gives the person trying to do the birthing check advantage on their check. So you just get one check. So whoever is best at medicine or nature would want to make the check.
I mean, I'm going in arms deep, so
Okay, go for it. And you will get advantage because of running pond helping. So to do a nature check, you'd click the intelligence button, and the medicine would be the wisdom button.
all right, let's go for medicine.
Go for it. You have advantage, so it's a 15. You're good. Okay. With the first check succeeding, the first kid is wrestled from Jovi, who survives the experience so far. All right. Yeah. So you start getting the kids out. The firstborn goat comes out, and it's instantly clear what the problem was. The kid is much larger than a normal newborn goat, with bright red fur and two heads that stare at you with a mix of curiosity and scorn. It immediately stands and wobbles away with a dismissive baa that's deep and long and more than a little unsettling. Before you can react, another red-furred kid emerges from Jovi. You know it's not uncommon for ghosts to have twins. Then another kid slides out, then another, and before you know it, 5 more kids lie on the ground near their mother, for a total of 6. A peculiar feat. Jovi collapses, starts convulsing. Werner cries in alarm, runs over to her, begging you to help. Please, please help her. You don't think she's going to survive unless one of you can make a pretty difficult medicine check, or unless you use a healing magic to help her.
Telenian is going to walk over and place one of her hands on the side of the goat and say, "May Eldith grant you peace," and spend probably 2 or 3 points. I'll spend 3 points of my lay on hands.
Okay. Telenian,
unless it seems like I need to.
You can
do more.
You can have inspiration, and 3 stabilizes her. So she passes out, but sleeping now, not approaching death's door anymore. Okay. You did it. You helped Jovi give birth. Now you got Penroth out in that field to go get.
Are the kids healthy? Other than for the fact they have multiple heads.
Other than that, make an intelligence check. Take a look. If you're going to look them over, take an intelligence check for me. Anyone else who wants to look them over can do the same thing. They look okay to you, Abraxas.
Am I back? Am I back?
You're back. We hear you.
Okay.
Same with you running?
He means in the game because he went to get the wife.
Oh, okay. Oh, in-game. Okay. Yeah, she's back. She looks dumbfounded looking upon these goats. She thanks you for helping, and she kind of backs out of the barn and says, well, if you can get Penroth, we can have dinner. And she closes the barn doors so that the goats can rest in there.
Okay.
So Penroth
I'll stay with the goat and make sure everything is all right.
It is. You can go with the party if you don't want to be divided from them.
Let's go get Penroth.
Okay.
All right, these are fucked up goats. Let's. They got like a watering pail. Get all this off my hands.
Yeah. You can take the watering pail from the 2 kids.
All right, I'm gonna wash up real good.
Okay.
Then put back on my gloves. And be like, thanks.
All right, and then you head off to the field looking for Penroth. So, Penroth. There we go. Okay, so you follow the trail, kind of a long trail. Takes you several minutes to get to the pasture, the far pasture. And when you arrive, well, let's see here. Let's say you guys are traveling from the bottom of the screen towards the top of the screen, so you can give me a marching order. There's a low hill that you're just about to crest. So give me a marching order, then basically you'll be cresting the hill in that order, and you can see what you see when you do.
I think
I'm assuming
Rennie
just
should be on first.
rows of 1.
You can do anything you want. You're out in an open field.
Let's do rows of 2 then, or
Yeah.
stand. Yeah, so I'll be in the second row.
Rennie typically likes being, in the front, but not actually in the front.
So yeah, place yourselves as you wish. Me being the front, we're going
Dominus, you happy where you're
that way.
standing?
Dominus. Yeah. That's
Okay.
not the front. Is that the front or the back?
That's the front.
That is the front.
Back. You wanna go
Okay.
back there.
Okay, I'll be in the back.
Okay, so you crest the hill in this formation. You pass by some low and large willow trees, and you can see the pasture. So, in the pasture, you see a pack of wild dogs surrounding 2 figures huddled together in fear. The larger figure is a half-elven, wearing leather armor and clumsily brandishing a sickle to keep the yipping, growling dogs at bay. The half-elf has his other arm around a tiefling boy, presumably Penroth. Tears in the half-elf's cloak and blood on his arm show the wild dogs mean business. Okay, so let me just get these guys here. Okay, that's Penroth and Beralt, half elf. Just use. He's not an archer, but that's an elven archer that is standing by the boy. So these two are here. Down the slope of the pasture, there is a pack of wild dogs. There are a grand total of 8 wild dogs, yipping and yapping and biting at him. So let me grab those guys.
Do any of the dogs seem to be the pack leader? Anyone larger than another, or have unusual characteristics? Or
No, they don't.
Okay.
And anyone who is proficient with animal handling, is there any of you that have that?
Nope.
Okay,
What are
That's a nada.
That is a lot of wild dogs.
that is a lot of wild dogs. Yeah. Okay. Taking turns yipping at him, nipping at him, and the wild dogs are going to go on the same initiative.
are they attacking by running
Initiative,
in
I'm
and
assuming.
then back out?
They are. Yeah, everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Woo, great start.
Plus 2.
Jeez.
Looks like Abraxas, I messed yours up. It looks like it's not working. Let me fix it.
No problem. Roll was 9.
There we go. Okay.
You rolled a 9. Okay. The dog.
The plus zero's going second.
That's awesome. The dogs are going on 12.02.
You guys can still hear me like this, right?
Yeah, sure
Yes.
can. Let me
Perfect.
see. Just checking something. Okay.
If you would like me to at any time, whenever is best for you, I can go ahead and give my character the introduction.
Yeah. We'll do it like right before the next adventure. Next mini adventure.
Sounds good.
All right. So order is running first.
Okay. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to there. Yell at them to chase the cat instead. And then, or I guess, I'll run to here. And martial arts. Or staff this one. 19 for 11.
Hold up just a second. I just typed something in here.
Yep.
That's the
Nice
Twitch link.
damage roll.
That's the Twitch link. 19 for 11. Okay, you pummel that dog. It drops right down to the ground. Unconscious.
I have nothing else to do then.
And you can have inspiration for luring all the dogs to the cat. Okay, so those little leaf icons mean you have inspiration. And I do ask you to announce before you roll that you're using it. And then you can give it to someone else if they do something cool and inspiring, but not like right before they're making a roll. Okay, so that's running. Dominus, your turn.
Okay. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see them. That line means nothing right in front of me.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. You guys can see all of them.
Okay, I'm going
There's an
to
open pasture.
Eldritch Blast this one right here, closest to them.
Okay.
That's also closest to me.
Got it. So to do that, you click Dominus, and then you click Eld.
Yep,
It's ELD.
got it.
There you go. Oh yeah, you blow that one away. Rips a hole right through it with the force of that blast. After Dominus, Rennie, your turn.
All right, so seeing that he killed one that was close to it, I guess I'm going to go for another one that's close to it.
Yep, right by the little tiefling boy.
Yeah,
So to
I'm
make your
going
attack,
to.
you click your token, and then you click on, like if you're doing your heavy crossbow, and click the heavy expo button, which is like the third from the end.
Right. I'm going to tell them to run towards us. We'll take care of the mangy mongrels.
Okay. Go ahead and do your attack. 13 connects, and 6 drops the dog. The boy and the half-elf run towards you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In fact, run behind you guys to there. Thank you. You get a good look at Abraxas. I think you were Emerald Enclave, weren't you? Or was
Yes.
it the tiefling? Oh,
Yes.
you are.
Abraxas is Emerald.
This half-elf is Emerald Enclave. And they did that, and then the dogs go. Alright, the dogs converge on the cat.
Yep.
Speed of 40, so the first dog rushes to here and bites. Missing. Second dog rushes there and bites. Missing. 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, they can all make it. Rushes there, bites. 14 is a miss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 14's a miss. And that's awesome. Every dog misses the cat. And Abraxas, your turn.
Abraxas moves forward, drawing his glaive or his halberd, and attacks the one to his northwest.
Oh yeah, that hit by a mile. You dropped it. Gives you bonus attack if you got the movement to get close enough.
Yes, I do. Attack the one northwest again.
Dropped a second. Nicely done. Dominus is Mason. I'll fix that where only he can edit his token. When I create him the first time, and if you guys aren't in Roll20 already, I do all players so that you can edit it when you first see it. Otherwise, if I left it blank and waited until you got in there, I'd have to be there when you came in. Dominus. Got that. Oops. Got that. Okay. Dominus is fixed. Abraxas took down 2. And Telenian, your turn.
Alright, Telenian will look back at the two. Does the boy seem too badly hurt?
No, they look like they'll be fine. Just scratches is all they had so far.
Alright, then Telenian is going to go ahead and move up. Do you do flanking in this?
No,
I wasn't sure. Okay.
No.
Telenian's going to move over to here, trying to get on the other side of the dog and attack with her greatsword.
Oh yeah, she hits and drops it. Well done.
And then we'll move up one more space. We'll say actually right next to running and say, "I've got your back."
Okay, I need everyone to make a everyone make a perception check. DC 12 is what you're looking for. I think you'll probably make it. The main person who needs to make it is probably Rennie. Oh yeah, everyone except Telenian heard it. Perception 12, Rennie heard it as well. Okay, you hear a low, menacing growl, and coming from out of the willow trees that you guys passed through, to your right is a huge wild dog, obviously the alpha of the pack. And yeah, it is initiative. Oh, you guys heard him coming though. So he's going to be going the end of this round, basically. First person is running. Your turn, running.
Okay, I'll start with the one on the left. And miss. Then the one on the right. 14 for 5.
Dropped him.
Cool.
Okay.
And I'll move around.
Dominus, your turn.
Okay. I'm going to... Let's back up 30 feet here, and that's in range of Eldritch Blast, right?
Oh yeah. It's 90.
Okay, let's hit. Yeah, 120, I think. Let's hit him with Eldritch Blast.
Ooh, flies high.
Ooh.
After
Okay.
Dominus, Rennie, your turn. You hear the thing growling.
All right, I think I'm gonna move over here behind my Paladino friend, but uh, let's fire off a shot before I get there.
And a common thing that happens if you're in the range button. There you go. Oh no. Yeah, you guys must be getting scared of this thing. You're all firing high. Then go ahead and move Rennie.
Jeez.
And then the other dogs go. All right, so this dog here is still attacking the cat, trying to bite at the cat. 17
That will hit.
bites into the cat's flank for 4 piercing damage. Abraxas, your turn. Oh, I'm sorry. These guys go right for Rennie, so they are going to flee as well over to here. There. Now Abraxas.
Form on me.
That's you, Bryn.
Abraxas moves.
You heard
I'm
the
new to
paladin.
this group. Yeah.
You heard the paladin say "form on me." I think that's who said that.
Yeah, it is.
So,
I'm already here.
one action you might not have used before is ready.
Yeah.
You can specify that as soon as he gets within reach, you'll attack him.
And that's what I will do. I'm going to ready with the halberd I'm holding, and if something passes within reach, i.e. the big dog, I will whack at it.
Telenian, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and whack at this dog right in front of me. Try to put it down, smack it with the hilt, bam,
Boom, down it goes.
and then move right up next to him, and say, "All right, let's do this thing."
Awesome. Okay, the alpha dog comes in. It's got a speed of 50. It's got a pounce. Wherever it moves 20 feet, then hits with a bite on the same turn. It could knock one of you prone. 1 through 3, it's going to go after the dragon. Nope, it's going after the human. So the human's ready to tackle fire here. So go ahead and take that, Abraxas. As the thing's flying through the air towards you. You connect, but only do 4 damage to it.
Hold on. That great weapon fighting allows me to re-roll 1s and 2s.
Yep.
Okay, so I need to
However, of course,
re-roll the 1d10. Sorry.
It actually is already built in to do that, Brandon.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, if you hover over the 4, you'll see you rolled a 2 originally. Then you
Uh-huh.
rolled a 1. And
Ah.
you get a +3 bonus.
Thanks for working that in there.
Yeah,
Good.
no problem.
Pretty-
Okay, so
pretty
you hit for
loose rolls.
4, and it comes flying through the air still, closes the gap on you, Abraxas, tries to bite you with the pounce.
Yes.
17
It's
for
16.
3 piercing. And then you need to make a DC 13 strength save or it knocks you prone. Knocks you
Missed
prone.
the strength.
Then he gets to bite you again as a bonus. Then you'll have advantage because you're
Oof.
prone. So hit again, but only for 2 damage.
Okay, 5 total.
5 total. The alpha dog's done. That round's over. Running, your turn.
Okay, I will run up to here and miss there. 16 for 8.
Not connected. 8 damage to the dog. Got it.
Okay, and then I'll... Yeah, that'll be all.
Your turn, Dominus.
Okay, I'm gonna move up here in front of the guys, and I'm gonna Eldritch Blast again.
Okay. That connected. 7 force damage to the dog. And next is Rennie.
All right, I'm gonna shoot between my friends and try to get it between the eyes. Let's go ahead and use my inspiration, because why not?
Awesome. You have advantage on that attack. $19 hit, did 9, drops the dog stone dead at their feet. Good job, Rennie.
Nice.
Okay, so you gather up the young Pinroth, and the half-elf introduces himself as Peralt. You can see he wears the stag symbol of the Emerald Enclave on his armor. He is very grateful, and he hands over to you. He says, "Here, this could help you in your adventures. And it's a potion of healing, if you need it. Also, I have no use for this. And he like hands over a silver sickle. You guys can take it. I'm no fighter, that's for sure.
Telenian says, I don't need either. I've already have a potion. I'm sure someone else can make more use of a sickle, as I prefer my sword, and she will sheath hers as she walks over. Are you harmed, though?
No, just scratches. You got here just in time before they got us. Let's go
Good.
back.
Beralt, do you know where these dogs came from? Have you ever seen them before? Could there be others?
Well, I was sent by my I'm training to be a druid, actually, and I was sent by my master to because there had been rumors about some, wildlife behaving wildly or crazily, and this is exactly it. And you guys look over that dog, that alpha dog. There's no way it was naturally that big. Some sort of fell magic had to have made it that big because it was just way too big for a dog.
We even experienced something odd over when we birthed the goat just a few moments ago.
Really? I'd like to see that.
Yes. 6 goats came out, each with 2 heads, if I believe.
The first one had 2 heads.
Oh,
the
the
rest of
first one, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them had 2 heads. It was very, very odd.
Well, let's go. So he hands over to you guys the potion of healing. One of you can carry that. And he hands over a silver sickle. One of you can carry that. Who's going to carry that silver sickle?
That would be me, I guess. Rennie.
Rennie, okay. I'm just going to put this little slash symbol. That means you have the sickle. And then potion. Who's going to carry the potion?
Abraxas.
Abraxas. I'll put just a little yellow dot on your guy for the potion. Okay. You guys are carrying the party treasure so far. Now, you come back to the barn.
Yeah.
You come back from the field. Let's see. You have your friends in tow. You guys are coming down a path right here, basically. The fields being to the right, the barn being over here, the barnyard out in front of it, and then the path over here leads to the farmhouse. So you guys are basically about here, making the turn towards the farmhouse when something will happen. So go ahead and set up whatever marching order you want to have heading that direction.
Rennie and Telenian in the front rank again, moving west.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay. All right. So the scene's just kind of the way you left it, except when you arrive. The scene at the farm looks much as you left it as until a scream erupts from the goat barn. Werner, the little sickly halfling lad, sprints from the barn, limping on an injured leg. 2 red-furred goats chase him, making tortured, raspy sounds you might expect to hear in the abyss. Moments later, the rest of the goat's red-furred brothers and sisters emerge. Behind the lot comes the 2-headed goat that, since you left the barn, has grown to the size of a horse. Its newly sprouted horns look like curved pitchforks. All right, so now,
Rennie, you brought the demon into this world.
you're in good shape.
And,
Let's see, if you were able to save Jovi from dying, there are some. Of
I
the
have
goats,
birthed a demon.
some of the goats stay in the barn with Jovi, so you won't have to fight all of them. So good work doing that. So you got to face this giant 2-headed goat and 3 other goats instead of 6 other goats. So the boy's running to here, the giant 2-headed goat's here, and the other goats.
Jeez, that thing
Great.
is insane.
Great picture.
Terrifying.
I love this.
Best
Like a
module
petting-
ever.
petting zoo horror.
Goat simulator.
Form a line, protect the child and the civilians.
All right. Let me clear.
Wait,
this.
which kid?
Both.
Roll initiative, everyone.
20.
That's slightly better.
Want to beat the giant 2-headed goat, which you did, most of you. All
And the
right.
Battle Fury has claimed even the normal, smaller goats too.
Yeah, even the normal smaller goats. So this boy goes running off the map, and these guys go running off the map, leaving you to deal with the goats. You guys got enough, like 4 of you beat them on initiative, so I'm just going to basically say you're able to shield them to run. And that leaves you alone here with the goats. Dominus, you are first.
Okay, I'm gonna back up.
Stay together.
I'm going to hex the two-headed goat.
Okay.
Do I need to click the hex button for that?
Sure. Just so you can see what it does, but otherwise no.
Okay. Okay, got it. And then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it.
Fire away. That connects for 7 damage to the goat.
Okay.
What stat are you giving it disadvantage on checks for?
I'm going to. What do you need? Could you use anything for that? I guess I can give it strength. So someone wants to grapple
Yeah,
it.
strength is probably a good one.
All right.
Okay.
Disadvantage on strength checks. Dominus is done. Running, your turn.
I'll run up to here and throw a dart at the big goat.
Okay. Fire away. That
19
connects
for 7.
right in one of the heads. A dart
And
stuck in the forehead.
I'll use my tabaxi moving ability, whatever, feline agility, to move back.
After running Abraxas, your turn.
Do we want to leave an open pathway to the farm and all the people? I think we need to actually engage.
I suggest we form a line and keep them at bay.
For sure.
Where do you want to form the line?
By the people.
Yeah, Telenian will point it down here.
Move to here. And is a ready a normal action? So can I move and ready, Tom?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Move to there, ready, halberd, goat approaches, make curry.
You got it. Telenian, your turn.
I'm going to move to here and ready an action for any of the goats to come by for the shove action.
Shove action after Telenian, the first goat. All right, these goats running at you like you just got food out of the concession stand. Let's see, they have a charge attack. Move 20 feet straight and hit with ram on same turn. Deal extra damage and could knock you prone. Okay, speed of 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can get to either one of you guys. So Rennie or Telenian. 1 through 3 will be Rennie. He's going after Telenian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. That provokes your attack opportunity, Abraxas.
Yes.
Or your regular attack. I mean, ready to attack. 13.
Jeez, that strength check sucked.
That connected, and the
Wait,
7
does his go
slashing
first?
brings down the goat.
Okay.
All right, so you're not triggered yet, Telenian. You can still have your action
Okay.
ready to, since he brought it
Triggered.
down. Oh, you pushed. Rennie, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna run behind my friends over here who are making the blockade and be like, "Hold the line!" And then I'm gonna fire a bolt at the big two-headed goat.
All right. 15 connects for 4 piercing damage to the goat. All right. Two-headed goat's turn. All right. 1 through 3, it's the monk. Nope, it is Telenian. 1, 2, it's charging at you. 3, 4, triggering your push. You got a 15.
Slightly better.
16 athletics. He's got disadvantage on athletics due to the curse. So he got a 9.
Hey, I'm gonna shove him prone.
Oh, wait. He has advantage versus being prone. So you got a 14, but you still beat him. All right. So you knock him prone.
Good.
He comes skidding to a halt at your feet, prone. So you have
Just
disadvantage on
bash his
stats.
head in with the pommel of my sword, pretty much.
Oh, actually, he comes to there as he's doing it. Because he's got 2 heads and he wants to attack both of you, and he can't attack both on the one person. So he comes sliding down, prone. His attacks will be at disadvantage on both of you. So first Telenian with disadvantage, 12 to hit, and then Abraxas with disadvantage, 15 to hit Abraxas.
Misses.
Miss both of you. All right, the goat is done. Next goat's turn. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 charges on the running pond. If he hits, he's going to do an extra 1 damage. He does not hit. And then the last goat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't get a charge in because it can't run straight towards you, Abraxas, but he does a ram attack on you. critting you for 3 bludgeoning. Hits you right in the nuts, but lucky you had your cup on. So, didn't hurt too bad. That rounds over. Dominus, your turn.
Okay, I have disadvantage on hitting a prone target with a range attack, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Unless
I'm
you're
gonna
adjacent,
move.
but then you'd have disadvantage anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna move my hex onto the one next to the cat.
Unfortunately, you can't move it till you drop the guy.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
If the
So I'm
target
gonna
drops
go.
to 0, you can use a bonus to move it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Then I'm gonna move down here.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and hit. Let's hit the smaller one next to him.
On who? Running Pond?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, if you move one more square to the west, you'll have no cover on that attack.
Okay. We'll do that.
I use the cover from the DMG page 251, which is like the same as 4th edition and 3rd edition.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
for people. That's cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, a whopping 1 damage.
The
Got
goat
him.
survives. Next to go is running.
Okay, I need to finish him.
He softened him up for your running.
That's probably not going to do it, but an unarmed
That
crit
did
for
it.
8.
Boom. Go down.
Dang.
And then I'll move.
After running, Abraxas, your turn.
With a ranged weapon, normally you have to have, or with a reach weapon, you normally have to have 5 feet between. But when you're battling a large creature,
You
could
don't
I
have to have,
still?
you don't have to have 5 feet between even a
That's
medium
only
creature.
pikes.
That's
Yeah.
only pikes, not
good.
halberds.
You are good.
Okay. So Abraxas is going to
And if
strike
that,
with his halberd again at the big goat, and is here we go.
with advantage.
21.
21 for 8, still up.
Okay. Bonus action, second wind.
All right. After Abraxas, Telenian.
Good idea. I'm going to go ahead and then take my greatsword and try and plunge it into this goat right at my feet. Ayo.
Oh, nice. Nicely done. For max damage, or one of the dice.
Almost max.
Drops the goat. It kicks and thrashes about. Its eyes roll back in its head and lets out one last deep baw before it dies.
As
That
the
goes
sword
Bob.
comes out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go to over here, try and make this goat feel a little trapped.
After Telenian, Rennie.
I'm going to lean the heavy crossbow against the. I guess there's a fence right here.
Yeah, there's a fence post there.
Yeah, I'll lean it there, and then I'll just move forward and draw the short sword to put this thing out of its misery.
Nice. Oh yeah, you did. That finishes the goats. Okay. After the fight, you look up and you see that the little children had run all the way to the barn, and now there's a whole crowd of people standing out in front of the barn, and they all let out a tremendous cheer as the demon goats are destroyed. For helping out and rescuing them from all the problems of the farm, they offer you a generous reward. Oops.
Telenian will bow and say thank you and sheathe her greatsword. After cleaning it off on some bushes or something. Probably full of demon blood at this point.
Rennie will attempt to find his crossbow bolts and then offer to help peel potatoes.
Very good. Yeah, you have
Anybody know where the watering trough or the river or where are these animals eating?
Hopefully not the potatoes.
I want some of that food.
So for helping out and rescuing them all from the problems on the farm, Bay offers you various homemade goods, ranging from beautiful quilts, a couple kegs of homemade cider, an heirloom necklace, etc. Worth 150 gold pieces total. Plus you had the treasure that you got from the half-elf. And that concludes this part of the adventure. You basically can spend the night here at the farm, get an extended rest in, before you go check out the next location. One alarming thing you notice in the farm, beyond the demon goats and the demon dogs, is the children, the 6 infants that were born. They're all Bay's children, you find out. And she's fairly elderly, so it's kind of a miracle that she even had children. And they all have 6 fingers and 6 toes. And there's 6 of them.
Either way, I'm gonna heal the whoever might be injured as well with the rest of my lay on hands.
You got it.
So yeah.
And
Okay, let's
the
take a-
goat gave birth to 6 goats.
And the goat gave
Is-
us the 6 goats.
Is Baralt still here?
He is.
Okay, can we ask Baralt to perhaps it's time to ask your mentor, you said you were training to be a druid, to come and investigate the most unnatural happenings here.
He says he will. Let's take a quick break. Come back at 5 after the top of the hour. And then we'll launch into the second mission.
Can I make
Well-
a quick religion check?
Oh, absolutely.
I believe that's wisdom.
It is intelligence, actually.
Okay, thanks. I couldn't
Yep.
remember which.
Hey, you're even better. 20 on that one.
So I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on here. We've got 6 toes, 6 fingers, 6 goats, 2 heads, 2-headed goats, giant dogs. What is going on? Do I know anything from scriptures? Scripts what?
There's one demon prince you know of that famously has 6 fingers and 6 toes. And his name is Grist. That's the only thing you can think of.
Grizzed, you said?
Grist, yeah.
Okay,
Okay, break until 5 after.
sounds good. I'm going to restart my computer in that time and see if I can get Skype working.
I mean, I guess we could figure out what we're gonna do with this 150 gold worth of
Just split
cider
it
and
evenly.
raspberries and
Just split it evenly.
Hmm.
Pawn shop. First pawn shop.
First,
Either
yeah,
way, yeah.
the first one we see.
Either way, the shove and grapple actions are extremely useful, especially when you're using it on a creature that doesn't go until just before you. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind, since we're gonna have to use quite a bit of strategizing due to us upping the difficulty a little.
There could have been more.
I wonder if during this break would probably be a good time to just tell you guys a little more about Telenian. Telenian, as I said before, is a female bronze dragonborn. She has just been a part of the temple since she was born. Her father was a priest, and her mother was also a priest, and they pretty much try to remember the name of the god, Eldith. The goddess of peace and healing and such, and she went a little against what her parents wanted to do and decided to become a paladin rather than a cleric or priest of Eldith. And because of it, she goes out on things such as this to see if she can help.
well, alrighty then.
I will be dropping off the call for just a few minutes to see if I can get Skype working.
I don't know why, but for some reason, I'm not proficient with a sickle, and I can't figure it out.
You have
Is
to
this-
take the farming class.
Is a sickle a martial weapon, or is it a light weapon? I think it's a martial.
You realize those two questions made no sense?
Shut up! I knew it.
But yeah, I have proficiency with all simple and martial weapons.
So you should have proficiency with it.
Yeah, for some reason my sheet's just not calculating it. It's just like, nope. They just don't expect people to be fighting with sickles.
I know they were sick of it. Wow, that was a bad
Sickle
taste.
sickle is a simple melee weapon in the player's handbook, according to.
Yeah, so I should have proficiency in it. It's just not calculating.
The fact that it's silver, does that mean anything?
No. Is it finesse?
Let me double check. No, it's just light. 1d4
Okay.
damage.
So yeah, that's why. It's because my strength is fucking balls. Wait. Are we still on stream?
I don't know.
Yeah, that would definitely explain it. Because my strength is definitely not as good as my dexterity. So I am proficient in it. I just don't have my dex mod.
Anyone online have any questions so far about how the
I
macros work or anything?
I didn't catch if the rules said anything about how you're doing experience.
Oh, like as in at the end of the adventure or between each little adventure? I was planning on doing them
Yeah.
all at the end. That's what the plan.
Okay, yeah, whatever works. I was just curious.
You all have an extended rest, so you can all reset your hit points up to max. Oh, I did forget one piece of treasure that the half-elf had on him.
Alrighty, is this working?
Yeah, it works.
Hey!
Okay, Brawl, the half-elf, he had one other thing that he gave you guys and as a reward for helping, and that was a vial of alchemist fire. So one of you will be carrying the alchemist fire. Anyone want to volunteer to carry that?
I would like that.
Was that
That's
Telenian?
okay. That was Dominus.
Dominus, okay. I'll put for alchemist fire this little globule of fire thing. Okay. And so you spend the night there at the farm, and you know Bay tells you the story about how she was basically adopting children from Hillsfar, various orphans and such. That's why all the kids here are not human. And she had no children of her own until she was just blessed, this last year. Became pregnant, but then had sextuplets, and is a little alarmed that they all have 6 fingers and 6 toes. But they seem like really good little babies, so she's hoping for the best. Beralt heads off in the morning to go touch base with his druid master, tell him what all he's seen here, and he wishes you guys all luck, and he hopes that he runs into you again in his travels. You guys remember the prophecy. So the madman, he said, "There's a message from this land's new master, but it is hidden fivefold. The first is at the place where dandelions rise above," so you did that. "The second runs red with the blood of roots, where an heiress lies and hides her pain in long wooden boxes. She hides more than that, though, but only to keep what is hers." So as far as that one, you're pretty sure there's a very famous beet farm in this area called the Goodroot family. The Goodroots own it. Fortunate last name for beet farmers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys head out that direction.
This is hilarious.
This could be the cause of all the aberrations and abominations.
I hope it is, so we can put a stop to it.
All right.
Beets are unnatural.
You start mission 2, the growth. The madman's words spoke of the Goodroots. The fields teem with laborers, mostly non-humans, picking beets. Some of the beets you see being harvested are twice as large as a halfling's head, and that's saying something. On the porch of the farmhouse, human soldiers dressed in red cloaks, chain shirts, and helmets with red feathers surround a half-elven girl. She's not an adult, but she nonetheless stands defiantly with hands on her hips, giving the 4 humans a piece of her mind, despite their spears and shields pointed her direction. What do you guys want to do?
What is the problem here? And Telenian will approach.
Okay. As you approach, the girl finishes speaking as you approach. The leader of the human guard spits out a blunt warning which you hear. The leader, she says, "You tell your parents that they have been legally ordered to have 8 barrels of dye ready for us by sunrise tomorrow. If the shipment is not ready, the First Lord has demanded that the Red Plumes take possession of the farm to this breach of contract." With that, the guards turn and leave, basically walking right past you back down the path you guys came up.
Were they talking to us, or they were talking to the other
They're
people?
talking to the girl. They're talking to the
Okay.
Do we happen to know anything about the first
Yeah.
lord?
So the First Lord is the ruler of Hillsfar. You know that
Okay.
much. You know the Red Plumes, which these must be, these 4 guards, are basically the police force of Hillsfar. So they may actually have legal authority to take the farm. You don't know.
And the mention was of dye, as in beet dye,
Correct.
maybe to dye the natty clothing that the Red Plumes wear.
Yeah. Yep.
Got it. Tom, have our tokens gone on walkabout here?
Oh yeah. Here, let me show you where they're at. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Okay, you guys are right there.
Here we go.
All right.
And
So the girl,
yeah. Go ahead.
the girl's still standing there in the porch of her little farmhouse. The guards basically, walk on by and down the pathway, paying almost no mind to you guys. Although they do pay a little mind, because you are better armed and armored than they are. So,
I would imagine.
yeah. All right, so the girl's standing there looking at them walk down the path. Looks like she's trying to hold back tears a little bit. What do you guys want to do?
Telenian is going to approach and place a hand on her shoulder and say, "Come now, child. What's wrong? Is there any way we can help?"
She looks at you, puts kind of a stern face on, and says, "Well, my parents are visiting relatives in Daggerdale, so I don't know if I can get the dye ready in time." And you can kind of tell, just from her demeanor and how she said it, that she wasn't being truthful about her parents. What do you want to do
Hey,
about that?
Come, what's going on? Please, I want to help. I'll make a persuasion check.
Okay, you don't need to make a persuasion check. The girl,
Oh, okay.
she breaks down and starts sobbing for a moment, looking broken and lost. And then a look of hope plays across her face. Um, Perhaps you are the answer to my prayers. Does Shantoa work in such a manner? She looks past you out into the fields where the beet harvesting continues unabated. And then she looks back at you and she says, if you follow me, maybe we can help each other.
Sounds
She
good.
turns
Lead
and
the way.
walks into the farmhouse and holds the door open for you to follow. When she gets
Flame.
Go ahead.
Talian's just gonna look through the rest of the group and make sure that she's not the only one going in.
All right. I assume you all follow in.
I'm right
Let's
behind him.
squash some beats.
All right. Constance, she grabs a lantern inside the door hallway. She leads you to the cellar. And inside you can see it holds preserved food down there, equipment for farming and making dye, and some casks. She walks to a corner of the cellar to a pair of long wooden boxes. She hesitates and levels a serious gaze at you all. I'm sorry, she says and opens the box. In it are two half-elven bodies wrapped in tarps. They look peaceful except their faces wear unsightly growths, bulging beneath the skin, and in some places breaking through in horrible purple ulcers. She says, I know this looks terrible, but it's not what you think. I found them in this condition. I hid them because they told me to. You see, I'm not old enough to inherit the farm from them. If the authorities learn they're dead, Hillsfar will seize the farm and turn me out. If I can hide their deaths for just a few months, I will be old enough to inherit the farm. She bites her lip. There's something else. Leading into another door in the cellar, Constance removes a sturdy oaken bar. Before she opens the door, she says, When I found my parents down here in the cellar, they were not alone. He was with them. She opens the door and shines her lantern into a darkened room. The room contains empty casks and barrels pushed to the walls. In the far corner, slumped against the far wall, is a drow. The grotesque growths cover his face and arms, just as Constance's parents. But he's still alive, breathing weakly. Maybe you can find out why he was here, she says.
Did the purple ulcers look similar to what was going on with the goats, like the same kind of demonic?
Not exactly, but
magical,
make a
okay.
wisdom nature check, everyone.
Sure. Nope.
Running, you don't
Everyone,
know.
you said?
Everyone
Okay.
can, yeah. Telenian and Renee, looking over this, well, no, just Telenian. The disease, you know, is called dark-born rot, if you recall correctly. Your medicine check kicking in. It's a fungal infection, and it comes from the Underdark. And there's no known cure. Even lesser restorative magic, such as a paladin's ability to lay on hands, can't fight it. To remove it, it takes something as powerful as a greater restoration spell, which is magic far beyond your powers at this point.
I'll ask Telenian, is it
Most
contagious?
This is it contagious? I'd assume so.
Well, it's not, and that therefore you're wondering how they all three have it.
It's not contagious.
Right. At least if you keep your distance from them. You
Oh,
don't know
it-
exactly how it transmits. It might transmit through fungus. You don't know exactly. You didn't learn that in school.
Tom, just to clarify, Constance's parents both died from this,
Yes.
but the
But the
drow
drow-
elf found
drow-
with them is still alive.
Correct.
Does he cower when he sees us? Does he show defiance?
He's actually unconscious.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I just
My
drew the
my,
bigger
uh,
map here.
assumption as to why he is still alive is probably due to the fact that with most diseases and poisons and such, if you are around it long enough, you tend to gain some form of resistance to it. Drows being from the Underdark, well, that could be why.
That makes sense to me. All right, so you see him in the far corner of the room there, just slumped against the wall, breathing weakly. What would you guys like to do?
we should approach, but I recommend we keep our guard up. I honestly don't know what it does other than, well, and she motions to the two dead parents.
Yeah.
Constance, when you found this drove for the first time, was he awake?
No, he was already passed into unconsciousness.
So you took your parents from his proximity and moved them?
Yeah, and put him in the crates there.
Okay. I hope you yourself are not carrying this affliction now.
I recommend once we enter. Oh, are we already in the room?
If you want.
Constance is.
Up to you. Constance,
I was saying.
Constance is going to go with you wherever you go.
I'm gonna actually say, Constance, it's probably best that once we enter, you close the doors. I don't want whatever is in here getting to you as well.
Okay, but you'll need light. She hands you the lantern.
Thank you. And
And she'll wait outside.
she'll go ahead and hold that in one hand while drawing her longsword in the other.
Okay.
Is this cellar made of wood?
No, it's all earthen, basically.
Okay.
It's a very big cellar. It's amazingly a big cellar.
And it's filled with casks, assumedly filled with dye, with beet dye.
Unfortunately, they could be filled with that, but they're mostly empty.
Okay, and are there places where other foe could be hiding
Yeah.
behind the piles?
Yeah, you could do a brief look around the room to make sure no one's hiding behind anywhere.
Shall we?
Yeah.
All right.
And I don't think Dragonborns. Oh no, they don't have.
Dragonborns don't, yeah.
Right, I forgot about that.
But you have the lantern.
Yay.
Investigation check, not so great.
Just looking around the room, you're able to, look behind every barrel and everything, make sure there's no one hiding, and you're safe in the room, and you don't find anyone hiding.
Okay.
Just the elf there, slumped against the wall.
Has
All right.
anyone here ever encountered a dark elf before?
No, I have not.
Nor have I.
Nor in my lands.
Are there any passageways leading out of this cellar that might head down below?
Nope. The only way in appears to be the doors you just came through.
I suggest we
Unless there's
approach
some
it
secret
slowly.
way.
Be careful. Telenian will approach, keeping the dodge action active.
Okay.
Like,
It's definitely unconscious. You're pretty sure he's not faking it. When you get adjacent, you can notice there's a rolled up parchment in his coat pocket.
I'm gonna try and fish it out with my longsword.
All right.
Just
able
lightly pulling it out. Don't want to make physical contact.
You're able to. It's written in common. It's a contract between the beet farm and the drow, apparently named Ariz, who resides in the area and is acting as a liaison with an unnamed Sverfneblan city in the Underdark. And the contract is for an exchange of gold for beets and beet byproducts, and there's nothing strange or illegal about the contract or the terms.
Oh, weird.
Looking at the drow, let's see here.
I will keep a crossbow trained on him.
You could try a medicine check to wake him. Like some smelling salts or something like that, or
I'm proficient in medicine, so unless anyone else is.
Go for
Yeah.
it.
boom, yeah, okay. His eyes open up. They're still bleary-eyed. He's startled for a second, and he says, "Who are you?" In common.
My name is Telenian. Do not fret. We are here on behalf of. And he motions towards the girl by the door.
Okay, she's got the door shut though, right? Is she
Yeah.
in the room with you guys, or on the other side of the
No.
door?
On the other side.
Okay.
I'm assuming there's like some way to see through like a bar or something. If there isn't, then
There's
okay.
not. Yeah, there's not.
Okay.
Where am I? He seems pretty out of it. He asks you where he is, who you are, what day it is, stuff like that.
Where were you last?
I was at a beet farm. He looks around the room. I think this is it.
That checks out.
Yes, this is the Cellar. You seem to be afflicted with some form of disease.
He looks over his skin and his body, and he says, "Yeah, I need to get help, and fast if I'm gonna make it." Yeah, I was meeting with the Good Roots. Are they okay?
Yes, they are.
Good. I was here a couple days, staying in the basement out of the sunlight, and that's when we came down with this.
You all did at once?
Yeah, maybe there's something in this room. He looks around the room, and then he passes out. And then, without warning, the door of
He
the
grows
cellar,
5 heads.
the door of the cellar flies open, and you see Constance lying unconscious or dead on the floor.
Ah, crap.
But you don't see who threw the door open. But you hear booted feet moving into the room. So, roll initiative.
Yeah,
And you turn and look at the half elf, or the drow elf, and he's slid back into unconsciousness.
Gosh dang it. I thought she'd be safer out there.
Alright, let's see here. Okay, so, Renee, the doors are open. You see her lying slumped on the floor where her token is. You hear booted feet moving towards you from the doorway, but you see no one. What do you want to do?
I will put myself in front of our known unarmored companion, and then I will ready an action to shoot someone who comes into that door.
Okay. Next to go. There is someone coming through that door. You can hear boot steps. You could shoot at it. You'd have disadvantage on the shot. Do you want to take a shot?
I'd want to wait until I could see them.
Gotcha. Okay. You hear the boot steps move into the room and to your right. Kind of behind the pillars over to your right. And that's it for that thing's actions. Running, your turn. So the boot steps were kind of coming from this direction right over here.
Can I try to hide behind this pillar or climb up or something to?
There's not a lot of room, but there's some room behind those barrels and stuff right over here. You can try and hide behind the pillar. It just might be really hard.
I'll try anyway.
Okay. All right, that's pretty good. That's a
Okay.
18 on the stealth check.
Yep, that's all.
Okay, after running, Dominus.
Real quick, how are you making those circles?
Oh, if you just hold your left mouse button down on the map.
Oh, okay. So it's do you guys see a circle?
It's a ping, but I'm not seeing it yet. You have to hold it for a few seconds usually.
Yeah.
Like that. I just made a black one.
Oh, okay, I got it. Okay.
There's purple.
Are these made of wood?
Yeah, they are made out of wood.
Okay. I'm gonna back up. He said he's right around here.
He's right around here.
Okay, I want to cast Create Bonfire right here.
Okay, let me get you a bonfire.
Maybe we'll see a shadow.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully.
So drag that fire token where you want to put it.
Put it right behind the pillar, not
Right.
touching the wood.
Very good. Okay, after Dominus is Abraxas.
So there is enough light here from the lantern and now the bonfire
Yeah,
that
So it's
whoever
not like-
entered must be invisible.
they must be invisible. Yeah, there's enough
Okay.
light. You should have seen them by now.
All right. So Abraxas moves up to here and readies with his halberd. If he sees, like something displaced, a barrel move,
I'm
footprint in the dust.
Hey, just so you know, and everyone, this goes for everyone, I'm pretty lax on readying actions. Just tell me what action you're readying, and then you can use whatever trigger you want.
Very good. So I'm readying the hit with the halberd.
Gotcha. Telenian, your turn.
I'm going to go ahead and make a perception check to try and discern his exact location
Go
through
for
listening.
it.
Probably not going to work.
Let's see how quiet he was when he moved in there.
So all I know is he's somewhere around there.
General, he's probably on the other side of that bonfire. The far side of it from you.
Oh, the far side.
He was somewhere right around here.
Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and move here.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to grapple this unseen target.
Very good.
So I will use my inspiration for this, so that
Alright.
way I don't have disadvantage.
Go for it. You
Jeez.
reach out. You want to reach out to your west, to your southwest.
West. You said it was on the other
west?
side of the bonfire,
Okay.
so.
Let's see what he gets for his check. Strength, he's got to beat a 6.
Gosh. Of course.
He actually got 22 because he's enlarged right now. So,
Jeez.
yeah. I think I messed up because I think once they go enlarged, they become visible. So anyway, you'll see him here shortly, I'm sure.
Not when they're drinking beet juice.
And then the other one goes. All right, another one. You hear another set of footsteps move into the room, and now you see two, basically gray-skinned giant dwarves.
Duergar.
Yeah,
Great.
Duergar, as far as you know. Okay, Renee, your turn.
So he became visible.
They're both visible now. Yeah.
All right.
Quick
Let's-
question, real quick. He had prepped his action for once they came visible, and they did become visible before his turn, correct? So,
Oh yeah, he can take his ready to attack if he wants.
yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
It will be at disadvantage, sadly, because they're within melee range.
Crossbow expert.
Oh, nice.
Seven's still not good though.
That is correct. Okay, your turn now, Renee. Rennie, I mean.
Well, two big guys just showed up,
Yeah.
and it's kind of scary. I'm going to disengage.
Go ahead and move where you like, and then their first turn. Okay, the one that you tried to grapple. Telenian turns on you and swings this war pick at you.
Fun.
You dodge out of the way just in time, though. And then, Running, your turn.
Okay, I'll move to here and attack. 14 for 5.
14 is a miss. Glancing off his scale armor.
Okay,
Scale armor
and
and
another
shield.
miss.
After Running, Dominus, your turn.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna back up one right in front of here, and I believe I can have multiple bonfires up because it's not concentration.
I think it is concentration.
Uh-huh.
I have it marked as concentration.
Yeah, bonfire is concentration.
Okay, it is concentration. Got it. Okay, I was reading, I didn't see it. Okay, I'll just Eldritch Blast the one right in front of me.
Okay.
Okay.
That hit, doing 5 force damage to that guy. After Dominus, Abraxas, your turn.
You say they're wearing scale armor.
Yep.
What kind of and they have picks? Do they have reach?
They have war picks, no reach.
Okay, Abraxas moves to here and attacks this one to his southeast, dead center.
Okay.
Using his halberd.
Okay.
15 to hit.
Just glances off the shield. After Abraxas, Telenian.
Okay, it's done.
Alrighty, I'm going to squeeze through this space around the pillar.
Mhm.
On his side, so I don't leave his range.
Okay.
And go to right here and attempt to shove him.
Okay, into the fire. Nice. Got to be a 17 on his athletics check. He got a 20.
Gosh dang it.
It's hard to push those big dwarves.
Alrighty.
Telenian, the Duergar over here fighting Running Pond and Abraxas. 1 through 3 goes after Running Pond. Goes after Abraxas. War pick on the human fighter. 17 connects for 12 piercing damage. Dropping. Oh,
Down.
yeah, dropping your fighter. Duergar is done. That round ends. Rennie, your turn.
All right. So I'm going to attempt to fire over this bonfire to shoot this Durgar.
Ooh, crit. Nice. You're attacking the one by the
Nice.
Telenian?
The one just over the bonfire.
By Telenian, okay. Got it. Then you can move wherever you like, Rennie. And then the Duergar's turn, fighting Telenian. Turns with the war pick. Connecting for 11. Dropping Telenian, I'm afraid. No, Telenian survives the hit. You guys are going to have to focus fire like crazy now if you want to live. Rennie, your turn.
Yeah, we gotta go for one.
I'll run to here, and Abraxas has a potion on him.
Yes, the group potion.
Okay, I'll use it on him. Which someone else.
Don't- Yeah, I'll roll it. I don't have
Okay.
a macro yet,
Yeah,
obviously.
me neither.
2d4 plus 4 or plus 2?
+2, yeah.
All right. Good job, Rennie.
9.
Okay, and then I'll. So that was 1, 2. Then I'll go here and provoke.
Oh, that might not be a good move. He missed.
4, 5, 6. Over to here.
After running, Dominus, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and hex the one that I'm gonna. So you guys were targeting this one right here.
It's
Yeah,
it's the
we're
damage
gonna
one.
want to target that one.
Okay. Can I see him through that pillar?
Yeah,
or
sure
no?
can. Yep. You can.
Okay. Yep. I'm gonna hex him, and then I'm going to Eldritch Blast him.
May want to reposition so you
Oh,
don't.
nice shot.
So he does,
That
never
does
mind.
5 damage to him. And he is
Hex
hexed.
on.
Hex on strength.
After Dominus is Abraxas.
Abraxas is prone from having fallen over, I assume, right?
Yep.
But
So-
Running Pond yells, "Get out of the way!"
Get out of the way. What does the clever guy have in mind?
Or just get away.
Yeah.
You can still hit the one by me from
Yeah,
where
I'm
you
gonna
are.
hit and move. Yeah. I'm
Also
sorry, I don't
remember-
recognize the voice. Who was saying that you can hit the one by me?
Telenian.
the Paladin.
Telenian.
Yeah.
Also remember there are opportunity attacks, so be very careful with where you move.
But he used his reaction on Running Pond.
Fair point. Fair point.
Running Pond sacrificed himself for you, Abraxas. You're free
Okay.
to move anywhere you want.
Yep, Abraxas is standing up,
Okay.
and which is the move, right? Is that the only move?
Nope. It takes half your speed to stand.
Half
so
speed,
you have
okay.
15
So I can
feet
still move.
left. Yep.
And can do a normal attack,
Mm-hmm.
and then 15. All right,
And
so
move
it's going
15
to attack the weakened one to the southwest.
Okay. Ooh, nice hit.
21 to hit.
6
Okay,
damage.
I get to re-roll. You already figured that out.
It's
Grab
built in,
6 damage, and then 1, 2. This is Dominus is okay. 3.
After
Got
your
it.
turn, Telenian, your turn.
There we go. I think I will. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to shove this creature again.
18
So an
has got a
18.
beat. You got a
Hey,
13. You
I'm
shove
gonna
him
knock
prone?
him prone. Yeah, I'm gonna
okay.
knock him prone.
Down he goes.
Drinking a potion is an action, correct?
It
And I'm
is, yes.
pretty sure that my lay on hands is that too.
It is, yep.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, after Telenian, this Duergar over here closes up on you guys. Chasing Abraxas, swinging his war pick, missing Abraxas. That round's over. Rennie, your turn.
Okay,
I
so
recommend we just completely mass this guy right here.
that one is prone, right?
He is prone.
Yes.
Okay, so that's not
Since
going to be
that-
good for me.
Well, you are a crossbow expert, so you can stand adjacent, not have disadvantage, and being adjacent, you have advantage, I think. Condition prone. Disadvantage attack. Attacks versus you, not in 5 feet. Attack versus you in 5 feet has advantage, even a ranged attack does. And since you're a crossbow expert, you don't have disadvantage. So if you walk up right next to him and put your crossbow to his head, you have advantage on the shot. if you want to.
Yeah, sure.
Point blank.
Let's point blank him in the skull. For the team.
Boom, 22 is a
Ooh,
hit for
nice.
6. Nicely done. After Renee, Rennie, Duergar, the one who's prone, stands up. Where is he at?
Probably not happy with being pushed around.
Not happy with being pushed around. 1 through 3 is going after Renee. Or Rennie, sorry. War pick. 18 for 14, dropping him to the ground. Running, your turn.
Well, I'll go all out. Run over here. Staff 22 for 9.
Nice, 22 for 9. Good, well done.
And then I'll use my advantage on this unarmed.
Oh, nice. 22 for 6 more.
6.
Nicely done.
Okay, and that'll be all.
Okay, after running, Dominus, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to Eldritch Blast the one that's almost dead.
Nice.
That did it? Okay.
Good. Good teamwork,
Dark
guys.
One's
Good
Blessing
teamwork.
trigger.
Let's see, 24. Nice shot. Yeah, that dropped him. You get your 10 hit points.
Okay, I'm going to move the
Oh, no,
hex.
you gain 4 10 hit points. Nice. Unfortunately, moving the hex has to be on the subsequent turn from dropping someone.
Oh,
so
it
you
does?
can't move it
Okay.
this turn, yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
that's fine.
but your bonus next turn, you can move it. After Dominus is Abraxas.
Can anybody help Rennie?
Yeah, I got a potion. I'll give it to him.
Okay, Abraxas attacks the Drogar to his southeast, the last
Okay.
one. And he's going to use advantage from his cert kit.
Oh, cool. Okay. Extra life cert. Advantage on the attack. That's a hit for 10
18.
points of damage.
Okay,
Nicely done.
and he will... Dominus, you want me to step in front of you? Are you... I assume that's probably a good plan.
Telenian, your turn while you're moving Abraxas.
Done.
I'm going to go ahead, run over, and I'm going to heal him for 5 hit points with my lay on hands.
And then you can keep
Actually,
moving.
I'll say 4. I'll keep 1.
Okay. Then you can also keep
And
moving, and you can
then-
have inspiration for bringing your companion back.
Sweet. Oh, awesome. And I will be right here now.
All right, Duergar's turn. It stays on Abraxas, swinging that war pick, connecting for 13 points of damage, dropping Abraxas to the ground. Rennie, your turn. You sputter back to life with 4 hit points. Grab your heavy crossbow lying on the ground beside you. Then what do you do?
All right, I guess I'm gonna stand up and be like, "What the shit, Batman?" And then I'm gonna look at this Drugar and be like, "You, I got your number."
And oh, not quite. It glances off his armor.
Wrong number.
You can move where you like. You can increase. Oh, this is the first time you played with these tokens. Okay, so if you want to get rid of that red X, you click on your token, and then there's a circle. Okay, you know how to do that. And then for your hit points, there's a green circle top left with a 0 in it. You just click on that 0 and type 4. There you go. Okay. Rennie is done. You can also move half your speed, and then running your turn.
Okay, I'll get to here. 14, I think, was a miss.
That's a miss. Oh no. Dominus. Now you
Okay.
can move your hex. You want to move your hex to him?
Yeah, as my bonus, as my... Let's see here.
I'll assume
As my
you're
action,
hexing
I'm gonna take-
strength
I'm gonna-
until you tell me otherwise.
Yeah, strength. And then, as my action, I'm going to use the healing potion I got at the beginning to bring him back up.
Oh, your free healing potion. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
You can have inspiration. All
and
right.
is that Dominus for Abraxas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dominus.
So Abraxas
okay.
2d4 plus 2, and it's your turn.
I think I rolled. Okay, 5. Yeah.
What's your strength mod? And are you trained in athletics or proficient?
Yes. And strength mod plus 3.
I'd recommend trying. Oh wait, actually, yeah, it may be a good idea to try and knock him prone.
Don't forget, Abraxas does a lot of damage with melee attacks. Plus, he has a bonus
Yeah.
action if he hits with the crit. So
Oh,
And
that's right.
I don't
forgot
want
about
him
that.
giving up actions on attacks.
yeah, and he's also still trying to figure out how to add 5 points to it. There we go. Okay, so he stands up again, and I already used my advantage, so I'm just going to make the best of it. Halberd again,
Okay.
attacking the Drogar, 19
Boom.
for
Hit
13.
That's a solid hit.
And that's, is that a crit? That's a crit, so I get to
It's not.
roll again.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
That's not crit.
You
The
rolled a
green on the
14.
13 just means you rolled a 10 on your damage die.
But that...
The 19 is
yeah, crit on the hit roll, not a
yeah,
damage.
14
die.
on the die.
Sorry,
After
thank-
Abraxas, Telenian, your turn.
I am going to hold a shove action.
Ready to shove? Okay. After
Yep.
Telenian, Duergar's turn. Attacks Abraxas again. Missing this time.
And
Abraxas
at the end
finally
of his
learned how to
turn,
dodge a
that's
wrench.
what I'm shoving.
And here's his strength check. You drop. No, he got a 20 because he has advantage when he's enlarged.
However,
That
disadvantage,
disadvantage because of hex.
Because of Hex. Okay, so it's straight up 11, and that drops him prone. I think I'm also forgetting that they have to concentrate on being enlarged. They should be making concentration checks every time you hit them. Yep, I am forgetting that. Here's a concentration check or two. All right, so you knock him prone, and in addition to knocking him prone, you make him small. So he's small and prone.
I think that was a +2 difficulty on that. Maybe 3. Jeez.
All right, Duergar attacked, got knocked over, done. Randy, your turn. Prone, crossbow to the head. 18's a hit for 6. After your turn, running.
Okay, gonna try to finish him.
Advantage 22 is a hit for 4.
4.
9's a miss. You knock a big chunk of flagstone off the floor. Dominus, your turn.
He's still prone.
Yeah. You
Okay,
could get
does-
to where
okay.
you're a straight shot if you were advantage, but from there you'll have disadvantage if you were Jason.
Okay, how? Okay, he doesn't have too much less. He has the hex on. I'm gonna go up so I can make sure I hit the shot.
It's a straight shot. 23 is a hit for
23.
10.
Nice.
And dropped him. That's nice.
Good job, guys.
Well done. Okay. Whew. So the Duergar are dead. You rush over to check Constance. She's just unconscious, thankfully. They just knocked her out. You also spy a large sack, which is kind of wriggling in the hallway next to Constance. There's someone inside that sack.
I'm actually going to take a sit against the wall, a little exhausted, and let someone else check it.
Running Pond will poke it with the staff.
Hey, stop that.
What's your name?
Joella, what's your name? Let me
Running
out.
Pond.
Can you let me out?
Sure. I'll like untie it or cut
Okay.
it open. Whatever is
A little
easiest.
gnome hops out of the sack. She's got a little pin that looks like a dragon with wings on her. Are you Zentarum, Running Pond? I don't think so.
No.
Nah, someone.
I'm Zentarum.
Okay, you notice that. That is a Zentarum symbol. So she
Okay.
must be a member of the Zentarum. Whew, thanks for getting me out of there, she says. I'll take word. What's your name?
Running Pond. Or, well, the Zentarum person.
She points to the Zentarum person.
Yeah.
Dominus, she's pointing to you. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Dominus. So sorry.
I will tell our order that you rescued me. There should be a good reward in it for you.
Of course.
Would any
Can
of
you
the rest
tell us how you came to be captured?
See, there's this drow caravan that I was trying to get some stuff out of, and unfortunately, I was kind of seen, and a bounty was put on my head, and those guys, she points to the dwarves lying dead in the room, they captured me. They're going to take me back for the bounty.
Do you know anything about this guy? And we point to the half elf or the drow in the in the cellar.
Oh, they were talking about looking for a drow. I heard that a lot. And when you guys search the bodies of those dwarves, in addition to the weapons and armor, they have well-made manacles. They have coins and gems worth about 200 gold. They have a wanted poster written in Undercommon. Joella can translate if you guys don't speak it, but I think some of you do.
Yeah.
Detailing the crimes and description of the drow Ariz, and in a nutshell, his crimes consist of his leaving his drow house without permission.
Uh-oh.
So they're going to take him
not
back.
good.
I think we need to set up some sort of guard. We just keep having unwanted visitors.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and
I'm going to heal myself for one.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and do a short rest. Nothing will happen between
short
now and a
rest?
short rest. So yeah, go and do a short rest. Or do any healing you want first and then a short rest.
No, I'm going to wait because I'm pretty sure I get my lay on hands from long rest.
Yeah, it is long rest for lay on hands.
So I'm gonna save that.
So for you guys to spend hit dice, what you do is you click your token. I'll just do Telenian. Then you click the button that has your armor and your hit points on it. And the second line down there is like a hit die roll.
Great. Of course you rolled a 1 for me.
No, that's not yours. You get to roll your own. I was just demonstrating.
Oh, okay.
Do you have something set up for temporary hit points?
Negative, you can just use either the red circle or the blue circle for it.
Okay, and I believe those go away after a long rest.
Yeah, it takes a long rest for them to go away.
Okay.
And you're not doing that yet. You're just doing shorts. You still have them.
Yep.
Okay. So,
I think we need to talk to Constance and tell her just what happened while she was A, locked out, and B, unconscious, and see if she has any information. Did she know her parents had dealings with this dark elf? Has she ever seen dwarves like this before? It's quite a mystery unfolding here.
yeah, no, she doesn't know anything about the whatever agreements the dwarf had, the drow had with her parents. But of course, you've looked at the paper that the agreement was written on, and everything looked on the up and up there. You find on the Duergar a wanted poster for the drow, so that kind of looks unrelated. The drow was just a renegade drow, as would be if he was dealing with people on the surface, probably. And you happen to be here at the wrong time when the bounty hunters showed up.
Yeah, and she still has to deliver the casks of beet juice.
And thank you for reminding me, she says. Can you please help me? I need to have the juice ready by noon, or by morning. So you basically would have to work through the night to help her, unless you can come up with some sort of other plan.
It's safer than battling dark dwarves.
You could, let's see here. Yeah.
If it helps her keep the farm, I'm in.
Okay.
Did they have shields?
Yeah, they do.
Ooh, I'm gonna definitely take one of those.
Yeah, you can take it for the rest of this adventure. It basically is too shoddy to take as treasure. That's how
so I
all
can't
stuff
use
is.
it past this?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Nope, not unless it's in actual treasure. But there's 200 gold pieces worth of gold, so you can buy yourself a shield.
Aha.
Okay. And that 200
So
gold
can we
also includes the value
help
of the
Constance and also stage some sort of watch in case the red flames come back?
The red plumes,
or
yep.
Red plumes or others pay a visit. And
Yep.
and we need to keep an eye, I guess, on the Dro who's unconscious again.
I'll watch the drow. I'll sit in here, and I want to sit in the dark for a while.
Okay. All right. So you work through the night feverishly. I need a group check. You guys can use either
Strength
athletics or nature to basically work through the night and try to get enough beet juice to succeed. And it's a DC 10, so 3 of you got to make DC 10s on either athletics,
Not me, since I'm watching the drow, right?
athletics or nature.
Okay,
Everybody's
Abraxas
succeeding.
has athletics +5.
So now you need 3 of you need to make it now.
All 3 of us have to make it, pretty
Mhm.
much.
And did you
Okay.
say athletics,
Yep,
strength?
athletics,
Here
go
we
for it.
go.
Abraxas is
Okay.
good. You need 1 more, 2 more. Dominus is good. Renee's good.
All
All right.
right.
You guys are good. So when morning comes, you have worked all through the night and gathered enough beet juice to hand to the red plumes when they show up. Constance is very thankful for your help. She thanks you profusely, offers you a potion of fire breath and 2 vials of acid for your efforts that her parents had that they won't need anymore. So there's what acid does, and fire breath is a really awesome potion. You drink
if no
it,
one else wants it.
and then for an hour,
I think
up
Lion
to
should
3
know it,
attacks,
yeah.
you can breathe fire, and it does a lot of damage. Okay, and then the drow. So the drow is in no shape to leave right away, but with a little bit of time he'll recover, you think. Looks like he survived the infection, which few do, but drow, like you surmised, have some natural resistance to it. So he thanks you profusely and says he'll watch for you in his travels in the areas, and hopefully he'll run across you again. You can make an insight check, see if you believe him, see if he's hiding anything. You can ask him any questions you want to ask him too.
I'll roll my insight.
Go for it. It's pretty good insight. He seems to be truthful.
I'll ask him. You said you were going to get help. What exactly help do you need, or do you think there is a cure for this? There's a way you could cure.
He survived it. It just naturally goes
Oh, he
away.
just naturally survived it. Okay.
Yeah, he survived it. Yep. He's just, I trade with the people of the surface, stuff from the Underdark up to the surface, and I kind of not looked upon
favorably by your kin.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope there's not more bounty hunters after me, but hopefully that was the last of them. And hopefully I'll see you again.
Can you tell us anything about the Dwargar? Are there lots of them operating in this land? Where is the nearest entrance?
He tells you about an entrance. It's a little ways south of Hillsfar. And he gives you some descriptions, so you'd be able to find it if you were looking.
Okay.
Which might come in handy in a later adventure.
Did the little gnome take off? Sorry.
Yeah, she took off.
Got it.
Go report back to the Zentarum. So you spend one more night here at the farm. Get a long rest in, so you guys can all bump up your hit points and everything to the max. You got a potion of fire breath, and you use the group potion of healing. Is that right, Abraxas?
Correct. It was on my person, and I did. And Running Pond used it.
Got it. And then we got Alchemist Fire. We'll do. Who wants to carry the fire breath potion?
I want to.
Who's that talking?
Dominus, sorry.
Dominus, okay. So I'm going to put 2. One for fire breath, one for Alchemist Fire. And then who wants to carry the vials of acid? There's 2 of them.
Abraxas will take 1.
Okay. This will be a little beaker.
I guess Running Pond will take the other.
Running Pond, you got some acid on you. This all might come to be important here in just a little bit. That's why I'm marking them. Otherwise, I wouldn't care that much. Okay, so the third mission. The next day, you set out towards the third part of the prophecy. So the first part, there's a message from this land's new master, hidden 5-fold. You went to the place where all the people were being born, then you came to the place with this strange growth of the Underdark, and now the third is at the spring of blessed life, where the haunters protect and the protectors haunt. The water runs on, of course, and must be freed for all. There is a spring of blessed life. You get directions to where that's at out in the forest, and it is rumored to be haunted. So, you set out towards the spring. Okay. Third part. The life. The madman's words spoke of the spring of blessed life. Local legends state that those who drink from the spring before important events, such as childbirth, marriage, or coming of age, for example, find good health and good fortune for years afterward. Recent rumors, however, speak of the area around the spring becoming suddenly haunted and unwelcoming. Supernatural phenomena drive people mad as they seek the spring. Pilgrims of the spring go temporarily blind as they seek it, and several people have not returned from the pilgrimages there. You find yourselves on the edge of the Cormanthor forest, at the headway of the trail that leads into the forest into the Spring of Blessed Life. The trail is well marked and clear, as it's frequently traveled. All right. So you head on down the trail. The walk's pleasant. The trail's easy to follow. However, a short way in, as the canopy gets denser and the sunlight fails to filter through, foreboding fills the area. The chirps of the smaller fauna disappear, and a humid haze covers the ground. Ahead of you, a human man is sprawled on the ground just off the trail. He moans and tries to push himself to his feet, but then he collapses again. What do you guys want to do?
Chelenian's rushing over, like, are you okay? Is everything alright?
He looks up at you. He's conscious but in rough shape. No, everything's not alright. I need your help.
Calm down, calm down. Tell me what's wrong. What's happening?
I was traveling up the trail, and then several men leaped out of the forest intact. Actually, I'm sorry, several dogs leaped out of the forest intact. But one of them was definitely larger than a dog. My wife, she's gone. You gotta help me find her. They must have taken her.
It's okay, it's okay. Which way did they go?
I didn't see. You guys can look around to see if you can spot any tracks.
Let's follow tracks. Yeah.
I would like to try that.
Survival?
Try a survival check. And you're in the forest, if any of you are a forest ranger.
Quick question, does this man seem to be injured or just simply in pain? Like, is he bleeding anywhere?
He looks like a commoner, and just a few bruises and scratches are enough to,
Yeah.
make him feel hurt. Yeah.
They're 4 hit points.
Yeah.
Looks like Abraxas and Rennie both
Oh, wow, yeah.
rolled super deluxe.
Okay.
I'm a
Okay.
ranger. It's what I do.
Yes, you see tracks, dog tracks, leading up the trail further deeper into the forest. Okay. So you're following the tracks. The man introduces, he says, "My name's Whittle." He tells you his wife's name. I don't have it handy here off the top of my head. I'll let you know when I find it. He describes her to you, so you'll know her when you see her. You notice that he has a scimitar with him, although you're pretty sure he has no way to wield it.
But it looks good.
Yeah, not bad.
Is his wife's name a Watt?
Wait, is the scimitar like as in he wouldn't know how to use it, or
Right.
just he's not in the shape to use it?
No, he probably doesn't. He's probably a commoner, not trained in fighting at all.
Can I make an insight check on this guy? Cause like, that seems very off.
Yeah, sure.
Was Whittle traveling
That's,
to
13?
the spring when
Yeah,
this
I was.
happened?
Yeah, I was going to the spring. Me and my wife were both going. I brought the scimitar. He seems to be telling the truth. I brought the scimitar. I know, I couldn't wield it like you guys could, but we heard that this place was haunted. Now I know why.
Haunted
I cut
with,
one of them. Look, he pulls out the scimitar, and it's a gleaming silvered scimitar. Very nice weapon, and you can see there's a bit of blood on it. I cut one of them before they got away. He seems pretty proud about that.
That'll help us track him. Well done.
Oh, her name's Dottie. He just remembered.
Where
He just
did you
remembered his wife's name.
where did you cut these guys?
Say again?
Where did you cut them? Where was this fight?
Like on the thigh of one of them, like on the side,
And where was the fight?
right here.
Right here. Okay.
And you can find a little trickle of blood. Some of you.
Who has
Alright.
the silver sickle?
Okay, so one of you has
I
a
have the
sickle.
silver sickle.
Who wants the
Pull it
silver
out,
Rennie.
scimitar? Who wants the silver scimitar?
Probably best to go with the ranger or monk.
Can monks wield scimitars? I'm looking at
Not,
it right
not,
now.
not proficiently
Oh.
now.
Oh, okay. I, didn't
I guess
realize
I'll
that.
take both silver weapons. I
But who is that?
Well, if
Yeah.
you're just trying to get rid of it.
Okay, Abraxas.
Yeah.
Give you a scimitar. We'll use the cross swords for the scimitar. Okay. Abraxas got the silvered scimitar. Hold on just a second. Actually, let's take a quick 5-minute break, restroom break. So be
Sounds
back
good.
at
I gotta get
5
hard
after
to
the
make some
hour.
soup. Sounds good.
Abraxas is strength-based, right?
Yes, and if anybody wants to use the silver scimitar, they should take it. But I just didn't think it made sense to have both silver weapons with one
Here,
character.
why don't you just switch me?
Fine.
The sickle is strength-based.
Although for Abraxas to use a 1d4 weapon instead of a big weapon is not his first choice, but we'll see. Switching to silver sickle.
Okay, I just realized I was muted that entire time I was trying to talk. Abraxas, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Are you just taking the sword to sell?
No. I'm taking it because if it could be useful in the upcoming game, I thought that the silver weapon should be distributed amongst others, among multiple people. I don't want it to keep. You can see I normally carry big weapons like the Maul.
Telenian was going to want to actually take that because Telenian is trying to rid this world of demons and such, not wanting them to plague the innocents, and originally was going to take it so that way she could have it hopefully melted down. I don't know if you can do that in Ale or not to silver one of her weapons. And even if not, but you beat me to the gun, so you can go ahead.
Take it. I don't want it.
Alrighty then. Yeah, Telenian will go ahead and take that then.
Wait, which one are we talking about? Now I'm confused.
The silver scimitar.
Abraxas has neither weapon. Now the two of you can decide who has which.
I have Eldritch Blast.
So, the paladin is what we're talking about, right?
The paladin now has the silvered scimitar. Unless the ranger wants it. If the ranger wants it, the ranger can have it. Because a ranger would be much better dual wielding or using a scimitar than a paladin would.
And I've played in another one of Tom's games. What we're doing now is, I think, simply distributing them for this game. At the end of the game, he usually asks us to roll for it. He checks our gear stats, stuff like that. So I think this is simply a temporary distribution in case somebody needs it. Yeah,
it's all temporary until the end.
Oh, okay.
This isn't permanent.
So yeah, I mean, giving the scimitar to the ranger is probably the best idea, and then the sickle, if the paladin likes the shiny.
I think honestly having both for the ranger, so that way. Oh wait, no, because no dual wielder feat, so never mind.
I mean, it just means he won't do extra damage on the offhand, but he can still dual wield.
The fact that they're silver...
I'm talking about the feat. He won't be able to draw both at once.
Oh no, that's true.
Yeah.
The fact that they're both silver weapons out here when we have weird things happening, you know, creatures coming forth from the Underdark, demonic references, aberrations. Perhaps these weapons have an added, you know, bonus or sting, and so I think it makes sense to distribute them amongst two of us rather than one have both temporarily.
Yeah. I think that the ranger should have the scimitar, and I think that the monk should have the sickle, simply because if we're fighting a monster that
the monk already has magic attacks. It's fine.
Really?
Yeah, there's a DM item that makes unarmed attacks.
Oh, you already...
Oh, he already has the insignia of claws.
Cool.
Yeah, you got a Cult of the Dragon member in your party.
You just pick that up alongside the road there, running pond, while the rest of us were.
It was shiny. It glowed.
Yeah, what did the goat give you
Great
guys?
about AL.
It's
Yeah, I
shiny.
mean, where the hell did you get that?
I'm just gonna stare at his hands for 5 minutes.
All right.
That's what's great about AL is you can just bring characters from different sessions.
Yep. Okay, so you guys distribute the weapons and follow the track into the forest. You go deeper into the forest. Moving deeper into the forest, you begin to realize something isn't quite right here. The sun appears briefly to guide your travels toward the spring, only to appear later in the wrong place, showing that you somehow got turned around despite your best efforts and expert navigation. Magic is at play here for sure. Suddenly, unearthly shrieks ring out from behind trees, but investigation shows nothing there. Strange lights draw you down a side path, only to disappear just before you are close enough to find their source. This,
Can I make an Arcana check on any magic that I might be noticing?
yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check. Intelligence Arcana.
Okay. 7 or a 9.
There are lights for sure.
Okay, got it.
Make a
I guess-
wisdom. Actually, I need a marching order here. So let's set up a marching order as you're going down the trail. The trail is basically 10 feet wide. If you want wider than 10 feet, you'll be going through the trees and stuff. And it's going from the right side of the screen towards the left side of the screen. So Abraxas is in the lead the way you guys are set up now. So go ahead and set up how you'd want to be walking through the forest. You probably
Rennie,
want whoever made those survival checks to be near the front too.
Well, Abraxas was just behind Rennie in his check. Rennie had 22 and I had 21. Rennie's also better at tracking, I
Yeah.
would assume. So
I
And,
think
I mean-
Abraxas would be more suited here due to his reach weapon as well.
the reach weapon could get tangled in the brush. So whatever.
Yeah, I think
Abraxas will-
attack over people's shoulders.
Yeah.
I think Rennie would probably take the lead in leading
And-
people, and he has a new scimitar, so hey,
Nice.
Dominus would be in the back.
Abraxas is
He'll just
more
keep
than
that
happy
going.
to use his weapons as they're intended.
Telenian and Rennie, please make wisdom perception checks for me.
Yay! I don't have very good perception.
Rennie did. Rennie spotted with an 18 a pit trap in the path before you guys stepped in it, cleverly covered with twigs, leaves, and grass. It's 10 feet by 10 feet. You look underneath the covering. Looks like it's about 20 feet deep. At the bottom of it, you see a skeleton. An ancient.
Thank you, Rennie.
An ancient skeleton. Looks like it might be human, maybe elven.
Rennie goes ahead and uses the blade to cut the trap just so nobody falls in accidentally.
Okay.
Running Pond will climb down and look at this skeleton.
All right. So
Right.
Running Pond goes climbing down into the pit. The skeleton is an elf on closer examination.
Telenian, I think, will go with just in case.
Okay.
Any
So,
way to tell how it died?
Running Pond
Or
is
we
down there in
just
the pit.
assume
Telenian's down in the pit. The rest of you are up above the pit. When
Great.
something happens.
Either we're ambushed in the pit, or you all are ambushed from the forest. Either way, we're screwed.
I need a wisdom saving throw from Abraxas.
Okay, here it is.
Okay.
5 or 7.
Nice. Okay.
Shall I just drink the alchemist fire now?
Okay.
Acid, sorry, acid.
Abraxas takes off, running into the forest, as if running for his life from something chasing after him. Dominus, you caught a brief glimpse right after he, kind of bolted, of something yellow flying about the size of a small cat take off into the forest behind him.
Do I know what it is?
No, you just got a brief glimpse of it. Make a wisdom
Okay.
perception check, see if you can get any better look. Nope, just a brief glimpse.
Okay.
Do
Do I see
anyone
him
want to take
stopping?
out after him?
I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna chase off after him.
Okay,
I'm,
Rennie,
I'm gonna yell down in the pit. Hey, we got a runner!
okay.
Oh no, we're splitting the party.
Okay. Abraxas,
How
you were
far
running
off are they
headlong
running?
into a pit. Pit opens up beneath your feet. Make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw to jump out of the way. DC 15 dex saving
5
throw.
or 7.
So Abraxas goes plummeting down into a pit. You come sliding up behind him, Renee. You're going to make the same saving throw with advantage to not fall
And on
behind
the
him.
third day, everyone died.
So Rennie, you stop short.
Hi.
You look down the pit. You see Abraxas down there, having taken 5 points of bludgeoning damage, Abraxas, from the fall. And then you come to your senses. Abraxas, you had a vision. You saw something yellow. Right as you're having this vision, you saw a terrible wave of death coursing toward the group, and you were overcome with fear, and you ran. But you're better now. Whatever it was, it's gone. Whatever that yellow thing you saw was, make a wisdom perception check. See if you had a better view of it than Dominus did. A little bit.
14.
You would swear it was a small reptilian creature with wings, yellow-skinned, big, about the size of a house cat, flying away through the trees.
Unnatural.
Mm-hmm. So,
Well,
you guys gather
I
back
can-
together with the rest of the group.
and I'll certainly share all of that with the others.
Yeah.
The vision, the pit, the pain.
the path continues, and the tracks continue down the path.
When he brings the cat up, I look at the tabaxi. I just glare at him.
I think we should probably attempt to move a bit more carefully. Keep a watch out.
Yes.
Can we, before we leave, can I see how the skeleton died? Was it just falling?
Oh, yeah. So it's odd. The skeleton does not look like it fell. It looks like it was placed here.
Oh.
It's not like it doesn't have broken, crushed bones or anything. It's like sitting against the wall. And none of the bones are broken.
Perhaps it was the one digging the pit, and then somebody else didn't allow him to exit.
And furthermore, it doesn't look like it has been here for as long as it is old. Like the skeleton, the skeleton
Less
looks
likely he
centuries
doesn't.
old, but it
This
has-
probably isn't where he died.
the pit hasn't been here for centuries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would Rennie know anything about a flying reptilian creature with yellow skin?
Wings, cat-like size,
Yeah.
cat size.
You can make a Arcana check, everyone. Intelligence
Can I?
Arcana.
Oh, religion won't work. See if I can.
No,
Ah.
not a real religious thing. Holy cow, Dominus!
You
didn't see
There
it,
we go.
That was exactly
But
what
if
that is.
Abraxas is right,
400.
that sounds like a fairy dragon.
Oh, that's why.
A fairy
I thought it was
dragon?
some kind
Fairy dragon.
A furly dragon? What is that?
Does he know anything else about this with his double crit?
Right. So a fairy dragon, they're mischievous, not necessarily evil. Playful, mischievous, like to play tricks, things like that.
Like
Ah.
to dig holes,
Dig pits, yeah.
Fly away and look like
Little
cats.
pieces of
move
crap.
skeletons around.
Double crit. Feels
Just kill them all.
All right. You continue on the pathway.
I'm assuming that way.
Yep. The strange lights, sounds, and unnatural effects increase the further you travel into the Cormanthor forest. Spectral shapes float at the edge of the mist-shrouded path, only to melt away upon closer inspection. Now that you know that it's a fairy dragon you're dealing with, these things you're seeing, you're pretty sure are just illusions, being possibly created by this or other fairy dragons.
The sounds, the lights, stuff like that.
The spectral
And-
shapes, that kind of stuff.
Whittle is still with us, right? We didn't lose him in a pit or anything.
Yeah, he's still with you.
Okay.
Yeah. Unexpectedly, the trail opens into a small clearing. The center of the cleared area contains a grisly scene of dead and mutilated bodies, all human. Their wounds look like a multitude of bite marks made by small canine creatures. Just as you start to investigate, a noise interrupts you. Coming into the clearing from a different direction are two humans, a male and a female. They're covered in sweat and breathing as if having run and have a look of panic in their eyes. We'll use these cards. So these guys come running into the clearing from through the bushes right here that I just moved them out of. There's one male, one female.
Flame's got
What-
her
what are-
freaking sword out at this point.
What are
There's-
you guys doing?
Hold on a second.
She is not trying to seem threatening. It's more of just she has it out in case something happens.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Rennie's had the silver sword out forever.
They come running up to you guys, and they say, da-da-da-da-da. There were 6 of us, followers of Miliki. We came to leave offerings at the Spring of Blessed Hope, and then some dog-like creatures attacked. But we escaped into the fog, and we've been hiding until you came here. Everyone can make a wisdom insight check to see if you think they're telling the truth or lying.
Yeah.
Wisdom insight.
Yeah, because, like, how the heck
Braxis, you're
do
awesome.
they know we came here?
Renee, you're good. Dominus, you're good. You see through them a little bit. They only... they seem nervous. And that could either be because they're lying or because they're nervous, because there's strange dog-like creatures attacking them and killing members of their party.
And
Um,
Whittle
They
and
seem to
Dottie.
have equipment on them.
no. They're basically just looks like they're travelers or wearing traveling clothes, and that's it.
How did you know that we had come?
We saw you through the trees. We were hiding over there. They point into the forest. We were hiding behind those trees right over there in the forest.
I'm gonna look them over. Do they seem injured at all?
Negative. They're not
I-
injured at all.
I want to look at the trees directly behind us and look through them, see if I can't see anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Praxis is going to make perception watching for ambushers.
I'm gonna make a perception on those people.
They,
I want to
they-
see if like they seem dirty or not, because they would have been dirty in some way had they actually been hiding.
So they're not that dirty. They're not wounded
They're sweaty,
at all.
though.
They're sweaty. They're definitely running. And you guys, are looking around, seeming distrustful of them. They look at you. They kind of squint their eyes, and they say, "We heard a woman crying for help in that direction." They point towards the direction that's further down the trail, towards where the Spring of Blessed Hope would be.
A
Whittle
woman
says,
say,
Whittle says, "Maybe that's Dottie. We got to go find her." And the two
"That's a
says,
good idea.
"We'll go with you."
I'm gonna keep an eye on them, but yeah, they should probably come with."
Are the dog tracks leading in any direction? We saw the wounds. that
They're
they
leading.
inflicted.
They're leading down the trail towards the direction these two are heading, where they heard
Okay.
the woman crying.
Got it.
Okay, so they start moving that direction down the trail. You guys can take up positions by them, wherever you want to be standing. Go ahead and put your guys.
I don't think we need to let them lead. I think we should.
Well, they point.
I'll.
That's the way.
There we.
We know the way.
Rennie can find the pits. I'll fall in them.
So you're keeping a close eye on them because you don't trust them. When you notice that they start waving their hands and cursing, and then the cursing turns to snarling, and then they begin to change into
Oh,
a half
great.
human, half jackal form.
Where jackal?
Knew it.
Yeah. All right. So roll
Yip
initiative.
yip.
Roll initiative, everyone.
Appa.
Hey, that's a decent initiative.
Hey.
Appa yip yip.
Okay. So jackal there, and jackal here. Initiative for that
Where
guy.
jackals?
Initiative for that guy.
Is it a jackal?
It looks like a half human, half jackal. Rennie,
It's
your
Jackal.
turn.
Where
Jackal, right?
Yep. For those extra weapons you guys just got, I don't have any macros for them, so just roll the old-fashioned way. Just roll straight d20 and add your attack bonus and everything.
Okay.
If you use those.
I'm just going to use the short sword because they're literally the same weapon.
That's true, yeah. Except slashing instead of piercing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Easier on the macros.
And it's your turn, Rennie.
This one that's close to me, well, close to our caster, it needs to go. So, with the one I already have out, I'll draw my second short sword and I'll
Okay.
go to town.
Okay, the first one will be the silvered one, we'll say, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, nice shot.
Good.
7 slashing damage to the creature, and it howls out as the silvered scimitar cuts through its flesh. 14 stabs it, but does 0 damage to it. Okay,
Well, I tried.
Rennie's done. Next is running.
Run up and first unarmed attack, 21 for 5,
21 hit for 5. Got it.
and miss.
And then the first of the jackals. It will look at, let's see here. Telenian and Rennie. So look at Telenian.
I'll growl right back.
I might have been. Let me double check something here. I might forget something.
I've totally
Oh.
forgotten.
See-
I have a breath weapon.
Or just...
Welcome to Dragonborn 101.
All right. The jackal
I
looks at you, Telenian. Looks into your eyes. You need to make a 10 wisdom save or become unconscious.
Oh, great. Ew, I'm
Ooh,
unconscious.
Telenian
I
lies
forgot the
down
temporary
for a nap.
First date.
The jackal comes over. Did you have the silvered weapon in your hand?
No, I had my great sword in my hand.
Okay, so it'll come over to here. So is it sheathed then, basically?
It is currently in my unconscious hand.
Okay. I mean the silvered weapon. This...
Oh, the silvered weapon, yes. The sickle is sheathed.
Okay. He comes there and unsheathes the sickle and holds it in his hand and glares at Rennie. Telenian, you are sleeping. Dominus, your turn. So
Okay,
Telenian's
I'm
asleep there. You think maybe if you could shake him or hurt him,
me
you
up.
could wake him up?
I can't really. Oh, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him first.
Okay. Do you want to hex first or just Eldritch Blast?
No,
Ooh,
I'm
nice
not gonna
shot. 4 force damage to him. Still alive, barely.
Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I can get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna try and shake him awake.
Okay,
I-
he'll take an action to do that. You
Yeah,
still want to
so-
move there?
Oh, yeah. I'll still. Then I'll just back up to here. Forgot I used my action.
After Dominus, okay, this one here, fighting against Rennie. It turns on you, Rennie, and
Wabbity wap wap.
tries to bite you. Is he a multi-attack? No. Ten's a miss, he's done. Abraxas, your turn.
Not today, you
Abraxas,
filthy animal.
if necessary, kicks, but hopefully can just wake up Telenian with less than a kick. Get up! Get up!
It's actually an action to do it. Do you want to do it?
All right, yeah.
You do? Okay. Telen, you are awake again. You can move too if you want,
So
Abraxas.
I have moved. Let's see. I'm going to use my bonus second wind.
Okay. And then
And
Rennie, your turn.
I'll stay right where I am.
All right, let's try this again.
Slashing with the silver short scimitar. Oh no, missing. And missing.
Missing epically.
After Rennie, running.
Try this.
Missing
Oh
epically.
no!
Jeez.
Wow.
One more.
Oh, you connect and finish the first of the jackals.
I
Okay.
think we knew each other somewhere there.
You can move to where you want to move to. The jackal's got the silvered scimitar in hand, or is it the sickle?
He has the
Sickle.
He has the sickle. Okay, I'm going to use the scimitar button here, but it'll do 1 less damage. He's going to do it on the. He's just going to move to here. That provokes from you Abraxas. But unless you got some silver, you can't hurt him. And he attacks Rennie with his scimitar, hitting you, Rennie. This does only 3 damage because it's not a D6; it's a D4. Sickles are D4s, I think.
Sickles are D4, yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
Abraxas does
and
try
strength
and
based,
hit
not
him.
dex based.
Yeah, isn't Abraxas gonna take that?
Abraxas does, because Abraxas has no idea about silver weapons and werejackals, so he tries to attack it when he has the attack of opportunity.
Telenian, your turn.
Seeing that he should hit, he thinks he should hit, and no damage. Does he now have an idea?
Oh yeah, you know. Yeah.
Got it.
Wait, no damage? Okay.
0 damage. That's why I was
Wereby.
keeping track of where all those silver weapons were.
Yep. So, and Abraxas will
It
move
is my
5
turn.
feet closer.
I am going to get up. I'm not very happy about this. I'm assuming I saw Abraxas' thing not do anything to it.
Yep.
And so I'm just going to breath weapon this guy.
All right.
I'm
Fire
pissed.
away. 7 lightning damage. Thunder echoes through the forest. 12 dex save to dodge out of the way. It does not. You catch it full force on the creature, doing 7 lightning to him. Telenian's done. Dominus, your turn.
Eldritch Blast.
Dominus fires on him. 11's a miss because he's got.
Ooh.
Oh, even without cover, you miss him. Okay, after Dominus, you can move where you want, Dominus. Abraxas, your turn.
Abraxas is going to use the vial of acid and throw it at the werejackal.
Got it. I have a button
okay.
for that. Want me to press it?
Yes, please. Go for it.
All right. Let's see here. Acid. Bum, 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 bum.
+2 to dex.
Oh, shoot. You rolled a 3.
There you go.
All right. Let's see. Splash 5 feet or throw 20 feet. Improvise. No proficiency. Okay. Yeah, it is. Braxis is done. That round's over. Rennie, your turn.
All right, still going, cleaving me some jackal.
Still
not.
Missing. And offhand if you want, although it won't matter. You know now.
It's whatever.
Running, your turn. Oh,
6.
running connects. Does 6 with his,
And 16 for 5.
yeah. As the Cult of the
Silver
Dragon
hands.
insignia flares with purple light. Doing 6 and 5. 11. With the second hit, you kill the jackal. It drops to the ground. You, however, hear, but don't yet see, approaching dogs. You hear a howl or a yipping bark-like sound. They're coming from sounds like all directions.
Jack.
You don't.
Is it a
You
jackal?
don't know.
It's
You
jackal.
don't see anywhere where you can run to except to just back to back with each other and fight when they get here.
Stand your ground.
Oh,
Are
ready
we
for
still in
anything.
initiative?
can we not go to the northwest?
They're coming from that direction too.
They're coming from. Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
So running. Finish your turn. Telenian, you can take
Okay.
your turn. You can dodge,
I'm-
ready, or do a healing.
I'm
Form
going
a circle.
to go ahead and ready. I think I'll ready an attack action
And
for
Dominus.
when one comes within range.
You and Whittle are in the center. Whittle's like in the middle. He's like prone between you 3 guys. Dominus, what do you want to do?
I'm going to move back. You said they're coming from all directions?
All directions.
I'm going to center myself in the party.
After your turn, Abraxas.
Abraxas is going to ready his weapon, his halberd, to attack anything that comes within 10 feet.
All right.
Perfect.
Now they break through
Oh.
the trees. Here.
And I did. Can I still ready my action?
Yeah.
Okay.
In jackal form with the actual scimitar in his hand. You see that guy, and then you see
Gosh dang it.
actual jackals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These could be jackals or were-jackals in jackal form.
Either way, same resistance. Gosh dang it. Or immunity.
Mm.
Who picked up the sickle?
No one has yet. It's lying on the ground by that guy. So it's near, I think, Abraxas's feet. I think it's in his square right now.
All right, maybe we should change these markings up a little.
I have an idea. Would you mind if I actually no, because I already ready my action. I have to do that on my turn.
Rennie,
who doesn't
you
have
the scimitar, so we'll use the squiggly for the scimitar, and then the sickle. No one has that, so I'll take that off of your guy. It is lying on the ground though by Abraxas's feet. You still have both your fire things, Dominus. You still have your acid running pond, and some of you are readied. And I'm adding them to the initiative.
I'm definitely going to be picking up that sickle on my turn, so I can pull out the shield and.
Are you the only one who can attack anything with
Other
what you
than
have?
Abraxas.
Abraxas does not have a silvered or magic weapon,
Okay.
or gauntlets of claws and purple light.
Rennie, your turn.
Alrighty then. I'm going to position myself between this jackal and my comrade, and then get ready to stabby if things get close.
Okay. Rennie is readied. This one closes on Abraxas.
Can I take my Eldritch Blast attack?
Actually, yeah, go for it.
It's going to be on him.
Okay. That's a hit for 5. Nice shot.
Okay.
He's going to, close on up to Abraxas and try to bite
Abraxas
you.
is going to hit as he moves within range. He was readying his
go
weapon.
for it. Okay, missing. And then he closes on you. A 14's a bite. That's a miss. And then running your turn.
I'll go to here, and can I drop my acid without breaking it as a free action?
Yeah.
Like, let go of it? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll, drop the acid at my feet and attack.
Okay. You can always attack with it by kicking and stuff like that. It's just then you have to do the bludgeoning damage, but you still get the magic part. Okay, the 11's a miss. The 16's a hit for 8 magic bludgeoning. Cult of the Dragon flares to life. Running's done. To Lenny, in your turn. The sickle is at Abraxas' feet if you want to pick it up. And you're muted if you're talking.
Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and looks like running speed's got that one. I'm going to hold my action to shove once any of them other than that one get within range.
All right. This one closes to here. You want to use your action?
Yup. We're
for
going to
it.
knock that bad boy prone. Maybe
He's
not.
gonna beat an 11 with strength. He gets to use Dex too, right?
Athletics or acrobatics, either
Or
way.
acrobatics, okay. Got him.
Oh!
Knocked him prone. Yelps
No, he
goes
has been moved.
prone. So you started here, right?
Yeah, there's unless he's got like insane movement speed.
1, 2, 3, 4. So that's only half his move. So he stands back up.
Gosh dang it.
Gets back up and bites at the cat.
Sure.
Running pond, 20 to hit you for 3 piercing.
Mm-hmm.
Then this jackal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bites at running pond. Crit for 5 piercing.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Had a double move. He's done. Over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Closes on Dominus and bites. 15 for 0. Piercing Dominus. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one closes on you, Dominus, and bites at you. 6 is a miss. And then this one closes on Rennie and bites Rennie.
Alright, let's swipe it.
Go ahead, Rennie. Nice. You drop it before it can bite. Okay, jackals are done. Dominus, your turn.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take I'm gonna disengage.
Okay.
And move
You
5,
can-
10.
While you're moving, Abraxas, go ahead.
I'm gonna cast Hex on the this one right here, the stronger one, closer to me.
Got it.
Okay, Abraxas is going to ask Running Pond, do you want a potion of healing, or you want me to pick up the vial and smash it down on...
You just take the vial. I'm good
Got
for
it.
now.
Okay, Abraxas picks up...
Once you roll a d20 the old-fashioned way. That way, if it
Abraxas?
fails, it'll be not my fault again.
you got it. Although your luck is at least as good as mine. Okay, picks it up, throws
Boom,
it.
that's a hit. I'll roll the damage for you.
It's 2d6, I think.
Let's see here. It is 7 acid.
2d6.
Perfectly average. And that was on the Jackalware, right?
Correct.
Dropped him.
Northeast of
He
me.
burns up with the acid damage.
Nice.
Thank you, Running Pond.
Well
Okay,
done.
let's see. Pick up, move, pick up an action, and I guess that's it. Done.
Rennie, your turn.
All right, so we're gonna attack the first one.
That is a hit for 7. Dropped him.
And then move forward and bonus action the second one.
Ooh, missed. After Rennie is running.
The one directly to my east.
Okay. Dropped him.
22 for 7. And set my south.
Dropped him.
21 for 7.
Nicely done. Telenian.
That's all I can do.
I want to cut this guy open. I'm pissed I haven't hit anything yet.
You sure you want to provoke?
Oh, that's right. There's one right next to me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You bet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just.
Oh,
Yeah.
That finishes that one.
I just decapitate
And
it.
then this one tries to run, and Rennie cuts it
Oh,
down.
hold on. Oh, okay.
Well done. Well done. All right.
Those were weak.
Okay, let's see here. When you finish off the last of the Jackalwares, a little yellow dragon comes into view, and he starts speaking in Draconic. Anyone speak Draconic?
Dominus speaks
I do.
Draconic.
I'm a dragonborn.
I am Zook. What is your name?
Dominus.
Dominus, thank you
Hi, Dan.
so much. I've been here trying to scare people away from the spring for the longest time now because of these Jackalwares. But now people can finally come again in peace.
That's great news.
Yes. Come with me. I know where that one's wife is. She's still alive, I think. Hopefully. We'll see.
Lead the way.
Okay, so he
Please.
leads you to the Spring of Blessed Life.
All I'm hearing is rah, 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 rah.
And when you get to the spring,
Draconic.
you see Whittle's wife, Dottie. She's unconscious, but alive.
Lay
And
on
you're able
hands
to,
one.
You're able to heal her.
Lay on hands one, baby. Bring her back up.
Zook, let's go back to the treasure that the Jackalwares have. So between them, you find 4 golden earrings with 25 gold each. No other gear or useful treasure.
Don't worry, guys. I'm in track of all this.
You find Dottie at the spring, and then Zook, he shows you a small cache of treasure. Oh, she shows you a small cache of treasure that she's collected over the years. It contains 100 gold worth of trinkets, baubles, and coins, and she says that is all yours. There's also a scroll of comprehend languages that she also allows you to take.
I will pick up that if that's all right with everyone.
And
Yep.
actually, we're done now, so we can split up all of them permanently. So let's see what we have left. You used both your acid flasks. You still have 1 alchemist fire. You used your potion of healing. You still have a silver sickle and a silver. Let me make sure the silver scimitar is treasure you can keep. It's not, but the sickle is treasure you can keep, or it's worth 50 gold. So basically, you'll sell it. One of you can take it for 50 gold instead of 100 gold, like they normally cost.
Quick. Oh,
Potion of
sorry.
fire breath that you didn't use, and a scroll of comprehend languages. So there's 1, 2, 3 things to split: alchemist fire, fire breath, comprehend languages. So
Okay.
everyone could click on their character token and then click on the button that says gear. It'll roll a d20 roll and we'll determine what order you go in. So Braxis got a
I have a
7.
quick question as well.
Running got a 17.
Where's
Randy
gear?
got
There
an
it is.
18.
I got
Lenny
2.
got
I'm
last.
last.
Dominus, what'd you get?
I'm just looking for the button. There it is. Got
Here.
it.
19, you go first. Okay,
I
what was
want-
your question?
I'm a little new to ale. Are silvered weapons able to be melted down to silver another weapon?
Not that I'm aware of.
You can
Okay.
sell it
Not
and then
an
use that money to silver weapons,
Okay.
which
That's
is kind of
true.
the same thing.
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
Yeah. Okay, so Dominus, you get to pick first. There's 3 things to pick: Alchemist Fire, Potion of Fire Breath, Scroll of Comfort Languages.
I want the fire breath.
You get the Fire Breath, Dominus. Rennie, your second choice. You're muted if you're talking. Do you want any of those items?
There's also the silvered sickle, right?
No, that'll be...
It falls apart.
basically, it's worth 50 gold and you can buy it. Actually, no. One of you can take it, yeah. Do
Yeah,
you wanna
that's
take
what I
the
thought.
Silvered
I'm
Sickle,
like,
Dominus?
No.
No.
I
Okay.
mean,
Rennie, do you want it?
if it'll help me sell towards getting that silver scimitar back, I mean,
No.
silvering a weapon costs, I believe, 100 gold.
Normally it costs 100 gold, yes.
okay, so we're gonna get some gold after this. So yeah, I'll take that to half the price.
Okay, actually, what I'm supposed to do, it's actually part of the treasure. It's 50 gold pieces worth of treasure. So one of you can take it, but you have to pay 50 gold into the party treasure. Because the party sells it.
So if you're just looking for money for another silvered weapon,
Yeah,
it wouldn't be worth
it's
it.
It's not
yeah,
worth
it's
it,
not
right?
gonna be
Yeah, no.
anything anyway.
Yeah, no.
So
If you're not
Yeah,
gonna actually
I'm
use
okay.
if you're not actually going to use a silvered sickle, just split the gold up between you guys.
Yep.
Okay, so
yeah,
Dominus,
I'm okay.
you want to take Fire Breath?
Yeah, fire breath.
Okay, Rennie.
Rennie has no use for any of this.
Rennie passes. Rennie Pond.
I'll take the Alchemist Fire.
All right, Rennie Pond got Alchemist Fire. Braxis.
He's gonna pass.
Telenian. Scroll of Comprehend Language is left.
Yeah, I'll take the scroll, and then
Okay.
I'm assuming we're just gonna sell the sickle. We have a
Yeah.
total of 500 gold. I've been adding it up.
Oh, nice.
You can double check if you want, of
Sure.
course.
Let's see. Telenian got the scroll. Okay. We add up the XPs and the GPs. The max for each mission, and you, let's see. Saving Jolie was worth some extra XPs, the goat, which you guys did. Well done there. Saving the farm was worth some extra XPs, which you did, so well done there. And then the last story reward you got was, let's see, surviving the pit traps, which you did. And so each of you gets 300 XPs.
Wow, that's a level up right there. Sweet.
Yep. And then
So, quick
see.
question: if we level up for the adventure log, do we note the classes in level paladin then 2, or do I keep it as 1 and then just mark in there that I leveled up for the
You
log
just-
sheet?
You just
I-
do it on your character sheet.
I don't care. I don't know what the
Okay.
official rule is. Exactly.
Okay, it's just a matter of keeping track for me. Not a big deal.
How we usually fill it out is we fill it out how you start on that sheet, and then on your next sheet you can adjust it.
Okay, sounds good.
Good news, you actually got 600 gold pieces total, divided by 5
Oh,
of you.
dang.
So 120 gold each. And, okay, let's see here. You each get 15 downtime days.
Dang, that's a lot.
Renown. If you're Emerald Enclave, or if you're Zentarum, or if you're Harpers, you get 1 renown.
Sweet.
If you're the other, if you're Order of the Gauntlet, you don't get any renown. But
Sad
hint,
face.
hint, you might get 1 next time.
Okay.
Did the Zentarum girl ever come with anything?
Nothing. No, she didn't return with any information for you yet.
Okay.
Let's see here. We got all the treasure. Okay. So, That's parts 1 through 3 of DDEX03-01, and we'll be doing parts 4 and 5 next Friday. And it looks like you guys are all signed up for it, so you should be good to go. Just get me your characters at least 24 hours before the game to hold your spot, and you can level up, and you basically get an extended rest, so you'll be all fully healed too. Thanks for playing,
Alright.
guys.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Thanks very
And what's
much.
the
everyone.
event? Oh yeah, whatever it is. Either way, yeah,
That was a lot of fun.
that was a lot of fun.
Glad a couple of you guys, so the 2 of you were first time playing, huh? I mean online,
First time online.
not first time ever. That's awesome.
Yeah, we have an Adventures League thing tomorrow too,
hmm
so that will be fun.
Ready, 23. What's your DCI?
Should be in the chat there. 3100805-911.
Oh, I didn't realize it was in there. Oh, of course you put it in there. Alright.
You guys did really well fighting very strong like you did. I mean,
Yeah.
you did strong. You did strong. But actually, the differentiation in this venture between strong and very strong is there's no difference. So
Oh, there's
Right.
no difference.
you might as well have voted +2. We've been fighting the same things.
I mean, considering the flub with the whole enlargement thing and everything, like, we did freaking awesome.
Yeah, it went real well. Yeah, I'm running parts 4 and 5 next week, and then I'm running some of the Myth-Drenor things the following weeks. So look for those
Tom,
too if you're interested.
when you shift like that, does it in any way change experience or logs or anything? I haven't. I
When you
assume it doesn't.
Shift.
Yeah, because you're running 2 in a row, and then the sessions 3 and 4. I assume they're going to be appropriate level-wise for us if we
Yeah, they'll be fine.
keep it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll be fine. So you can enter basically as one log entry these 3. You just note that you did parts 1, 2, and 3.
Yes. Good. Thank you very much. Have
You're
a
welcome.
good weekend.
Yeah.
All right, good night, everyone. I'm logging out.
Right
You too.
on.
Night.